Hey guys, what is up? Welcome to the State of Crypto, your one-stop source for all crypto-related news and technicals. I am your host Martin, and this episode we're going to talk about will Bitcoin bounce. Now, if you're catching this from live, welcome. And if you're catching the replay and have any suggestions for us, please leave us a comment below. I really want to know what you're thinking. Also, if you want to be up to date with the latest crypto-related news and technicals, make sure to subscribe, hit that like button and that bell so you're notified when we go live. And if you want to keep on chatting with us, when stream is done, you can join us on Discord. Links will be going out in the right now, actually. And we are also going to have those links posted, at least on YouTube. They'll be posted. So let me pin it here to the chat, and we'll start going with this. Who's in the house, man? SOB. What is up, bro? Thanks for being here. Jeff Loomis, hey, short at 35,200. Okay, cool, man. Probably doing good with that short right now. 47.5 times leverage. Wow, that's a lot of leverage. Good luck with that, man. Jake says to the moon. Inverse moon. We're going to do the inverse moon, Jake. Are we doing an inverse mooning scenario? Summer slowdown, yeah. Oh, big back when it's cold, yeah. And mining it's cheaper, right? Would that be an issue? Like, would that be for legit like an issue? Like, at least in the northern hemisphere? Like, would it be hotter and people stop mining because of temperature, and then, you know, when it's winter and it's cooler, it's just cheaper to mine, I guess, because you don't have to spend so much in cooling? Could that be something that plays here? Anyways, trust me, it's hard to say. 33,333, decent support. It is a support. We are hitting a support. Real support 27, 28. Now we have something around 30 still as OB Stardust avatars. Feed me hopium. I can't feed you hopium. I can just tell you what I see in the market. I cannot feed you stuff that is not there. There's no point in hitting, you know, ponies and unicorns when the market is not saying ponies and unicorn, man. Sure, kids out of school. Yeah, for reals. All right, so market cap. We're not doing a lot. We did move down, but we still have not gone as low as we have gone before. However, we have seen the price of Bitcoin drop lower than these levels, right? That means alts, we're picking up some of that slack. We did drop 6.13% on market cap. Approximately $98.45 billion, dude. That is a lot of money to drop. Today, we're trying to go up 0.42%. Approximately 6.36 billion. Bitcoin yesterday taking a drop, right? 6.18%. Alts dropping 6.09. So it didn't drop as hard. And if we consider they're most of the market, ours is still sitting at 882 billion and Bitcoin at 631 billion. Still, we're at $1 trillion asset in crypto. Just not any coin is $1 trillion asset by itself. Bitcoin dominance at 41.72%. So market cap of Bitcoin is again 41%. It basically didn't move much yesterday. It says negative 0.06, although it's green. It just means we gapped down, we moved up, but we didn't close that gap. That's why it shows on green. And right now we're still going up 0.05%. So not too bad for Bitcoin dominance. We did see other coins trying to hold on a little bit better to the drop than Bitcoin, right? Look at Bitcoin. It's coming lower than these two areas, right? If we look at how market cap moved, right? We have a low, higher low, and higher low still. On Bitcoin, have a low, slightly lower low, and now a slightly lower low still. And this is going to start to create some here. Oh, I'm not in the chart screen. Oh, thanks, man. I appreciate it. Thanks, May. Let's go to that screen. Yay! I was just talking by myself. Let's start again. Thanks. Yes, May, I was supposed to be on the screen. Right, so market cap, like I said, right? Going down, trying to find support. Nothing here that is bullish. Neutral 41.26. Bitcoin here, I was showing it. It was going down on, market cap, and that is fine. It's following the price of Bitcoin, which is okay. I'm not going to chart anything here on Bitcoin market cap. And here for total market cap for alts, you can see that we're going higher, so we're not dropping as hard as Bitcoin. Although we did drop the same percentage points, we have recovered and held better than Bitcoin throughout the drops. Now we look at the price of Bitcoin, or Bitcoin dominance at 41.73. Again, there's really not a lot happening here. We did drop a little bit, negative 0.06% right now, trying to go back up. And now Bitcoin at 33,831. So here's where I was talking. And what I was comparing is this portion here, right? Low, lower low, and lower low still. But look at market cap. Look at how market cap is moving, right? Low, and higher lows. So Bitcoin and alts are doing opposites right now. Somewhat. They're moving to some certain aspects in synchrony where Bitcoin drops, alts drop. It's just that when Bitcoin has recovered, alts have recovered better, right? Phil was trying to imagine the charts. That's good. That's a good exercise. Jason, what is up? Good evening. Yes, hit the like for May. Low, lower low, right? Now, This, I'm just going to place as is for now. What? Some subs? Awesome. Thank you very much for subscribing, Jessica. And baby, oh, Hannah. Thank you very much for the subs. What's up back at you guys? Thank you for being here. Anyways. Low, lower low. This, I really want to be anchoring from the highest point here. Right to there. This, I would really want to be anchoring to here. And that is fine. I could go there. I just don't want to get them to be too messy so long as we know what is it that we are talking about, right? We are creating bullish divergence strong. Like going from a low to a lower point. Here, we're also creating that strong bullish divergence from the same anchoring point, right? So we're going to be going from here to here, right? And we're sold at 35.31. So, nothing too crazy. Have strong bullish divergence. We should be expecting action to the upside, right? Remember, strong bullish divergence at a support, right? We wicked very, very close to our support. Look at that. This one, I think we almost hit it spot on. What was the lowest point here? 33,333. You have it at 33,309. We were like $20+ off. Not the end of the world. It's very, very close on a very large move. That is considered a hit in my book. We're hitting support. We're rejecting lower areas of value. That is fine. We knew we had support there. I have another one that's minor, 33,090. In case we drop here, and then next support comes in 31K and then 30K, right? So we do have some minor supports to downside on Bitcoin. It is not the end of the world. Bitcoin is not dying yet. It's creating bullish divergence, right? It is creating bullish divergence. So Bitcoin, like I said, not the end of the world right now. Let's hope that this divergence can hold on and we can get another cross, right? Or we can get a more positive momentum build. Otherwise, yes, we could be looking for a movement down, and we know there are technicals that indicate a movement down, right? We have this here, 1, 2, 3 falling peaks. Remember, we talked about breaking this line. We just dropped 5%. We know the move. We talked about the move, right? 17 to some odd percent, I think. I'm just going to bring it up again because I don't have it 100% fresh in my mind. I don't want to give you bad data here. That is a potential move that it could hit. Now, it could be cut short, particularly if we have divergence or if we're hitting supports. It could be cut short, but we knew that if we broke this line, it was going to be a sharp move down, which we got a pretty sharp move down. Is it done yet? We don't know. We just had to move. We're going to measure. We're going to look for divergence in the 4-hour as well. See if we can also find some bullish divergence here. It could be that we're creating coinciding variables. Maybe bullish divergence in the 4-hour, maybe bullish divergence on the daily. Hopefully in the 1 hour. I doubt on the 1 hour, but we might have something. We'll see. Andrew Jeju, right? So I'm just going to go here to the 3 falling peaks section, man. And we'll talk about that again. Just gotta know where to find information, right? We don't need to know it all on our heads, just so we know where to find it. 3 falling peaks. So I'm gonna do here. So I'm gonna bring out my charts or my textbook basically to see the percentages, because there's 2 percentages. One's when we're in a bull market, one's when we're in a bear market. So average decline 17% on a bull market, on a bear market 24%. That is a decline upon breaking confirmation line, so which we just broke, right? And we can see even in this small chart here, which I cannot zoom into, but on the chart here in the book, it dropped slightly below the confirmation line, kind of threw itself back up, broke that confirmation, then broke through it again on a throwback, right? So we do get throwbacks sometimes. We just gotta watch out for those. We will see. We will see how this is going to play out, man. If this is the case, we might be entering what would look like. If we drop more from here, like 20+%, we could be looking at a potential bearish market scenario, right? Where Bitcoin, it's no longer going to be performing the way we're expecting it to perform. So we're going to measure real quick. We're just going to take some measures. 17 to 24%. That is a pretty drop, right? From where we're at. We know where we dropped 4.8. Let's go 17%, gets us somewhere around here, very close to 29,000s, which we know there's support here at 30K, which it might be another area that we hold support at. And then on the deeper part, we could go to that 24% drop at 26,000 per Bitcoin, right? 26,500-ish per Bitcoin, maybe even 27,000, and we'll still be within the range. So again, Bitcoin move could still be coming in. We might be looking for lower areas of value. Just watch out, right? There are some things that are not very bullish right now, although we have bullish divergence here. I believe, let me just confirm, 261, 227. Next candle, if it still goes red, might still undo it. So this is the move I'm looking at right now, right? This bullish divergence. So we've been a little bit bearish from Bitcoin, and the bullish indicators have not been playing out as strong. We've talked about that, and we know that when the bullish indicators are not playing out strong, is because we're bearish, right? On a bear market, bullish indicators don't play out. On a bull market, bearish indicators don't play out. They play out, they just don't play out as much, right? They have a harder time playing out. So the fact that we're seeing bullish indicators struggling to play out might indicate that we're in a bear market. I mean, I don't want to admit that we're in a bear market. My head still tells me we're not at the top. It could still be retracing, it could be doing many things, but you know, just the fact that we see bullish indicators not playing out, it's hard to debate with. 30,000 Bitcoin. It's like buy one, get one free. Yes. So our idea of head and shoulders here, gone, right? That's why we were looking at a pattern indication. Remember, we've been talking about this for the last 2 days, early pattern detection. And we knew here on, you know, the 5th, somewhere on the 5th when we were doing the stream here, that we could be doing a 3 fallen peak pattern. We're just not getting this confirmation. We were floating undecided. What also happened here is we hit that 20 moving average, and then we just dropped. We were not strong enough to break above it because we're not creating anything bullish, right? We didn't have any bullish divergence. We're rallying slightly without any backing, right? We had no backing on the technicals to say, yo, this is a rally. We just hit that 20 and broke back down. I was really hoping that we were going to go for that inverse head and shoulders. It would have been really nice to see that play out and hopefully get us to the upside, but you know, it is what it is. We moved down again. There's a confirmation line for 3 fallen peaks. I'm just going to switch it here to the blue. And this is a pattern that we're probably looking at, right? Why is Ethereum holding up so well against Bitcoin? Doesn't make sense. Yeah, I talked about that the other days, right? We've said that even in the other markets or market cycles, there were no off ramps. It was like you had to get onto Bitcoin to get onto anything else. Now Bitcoin has a straight connection to the dollar. And that could be part of the reason that, you know, people might be exiting Bitcoin to other projects. They might be exiting Bitcoin to the dollar. They might not be exiting Ethereum. Ethereum did drop. It just has recovered better, right? And Ethereum might be, you know, holding stronger because it does have, believe it or not, there's this thing called the Ethereum Enterprise Alliance, which is a lot of big companies trying to develop stuff on Ethereum, like Microsoft. And I can't remember the other ones, but you know, Microsoft is the biggest one that's there, I think. So we're looking at big companies trying to develop stuff on Ethereum blockchain. So it has more adoption, I would say, for real use case. Bitcoin doesn't bring a real use case. Store value, preserves your wealth. We're seeing a massive drop. Like, you know, gold hasn't tanked 50%, right? At least not in the short term. So is it really a strong store value? I mean, that's the argument that we're going with. Initially, it was payment, right? Bitcoin was a payment method. That's why it's a cryptocurrency. Now, well, there's other cryptos out there that are doing a better job at, you know, money flows, more transactions per second, etc. Okay, so Bitcoin found its new home on store value, right? But store value, like I said, is supposed to preserve wealth. Are we seeing wealth preservation in Bitcoin right now? No. If you bought at the top, you just lost 50% of your portfolio. If you only bought Bitcoin, right? So you just lost 50% of your value. It's not really a safe haven. It's not really a preservation right now. It's taking a massive drop. Is it a part of the cycle? Yeah. Ethereum does have adoption. Ethereum does have use case. Smart contracts. We're seeing a lot of development happening in Ethereum. So much so that even the network has been plugged up plenty of times. We're just not getting that with Bitcoin. The maxis might be, you know, still sharing for Bitcoin. That is fine. But in the end, Bitcoin, it is struggling right now. In the past few months, my Ethereum, yeah, I'm also heavier on Ethereum right now than I am on Bitcoin. I think, don't get me wrong, Bitcoin does have its place. I do believe it's still going to be important. I'm just saying that the reason that Bitcoin is struggling is because alts, or particularly some alts, have better use case and have more development going on. Someone says Ethereum is being considered top 3 by major banks. Interesting. Anyways, we had this rising wedge. Someone was proposing a rising channel. Remember, this is a discussion we had a couple days ago. Someone's proposing a rising channel. I said no. Rising wedge, it looks better. And with the market the way it was, it made sense that we were looking more at rising wedge than a rising channel. They're both bearish. We were looking for action and downside. But I think the wedge, even we can see the break happening right there, right on the wedge. And then we just went downhill. Channel also works. We could also say we're in a channel because we came back up here and hit that area, the channel as resistance, and broke back down. I mean, it still works. That channel could have been a resistance line we could have drawn, overextending, and we broke it. Both work, but the wedge made more sense. Wedges are more bearish, I would say. Steve's in the house. Thanks for being here, man, Steve. Hey, Dark Wolf, Crypto Dan. Anyways, bullish divergence. We have it on the 4-hour. I'm going to go to this 4-hour chart. I'm going to draw the same divergence so we have it. And look at this. Remember we drew here on this chart, this area where Bitcoin has been bouncing within for a while now, right? For the last couple days, maybe even a couple weeks. Y'all remember this area I drew? I said this is our area of support resistance that we're within right now. We're just range bound. Ever since we dropped into this zone on, when was this? The 18th of May. We've just been trading in this area. Am I worried about it? Not until we drop this area, man. Dropping below 33,000, 31,000, 30,000 would get me a little bit worried. We've just been in that range, remember? We've talked about it. 33,000 to 47,000 even, right? That's where we've been calling the range, 49,000. We just have not been able to get above 40K. So we need to get above 42K to go back bullish. We need to drop below 30K to go back on the bearish. Is it wide range? I know. The smaller range is 39 to, or 30, yeah, 39 and change to 33,000. We need to stay above that 33, but below that 30K, and we're still in this range. You know, Bitcoin has not been able to get those moves. So, Bitcoin's okay. It has support. Has held at this area once, 2, 3 times. We know there's strong support here, even back here when Bitcoin created this cup and handle. And this was a cup and handle by all means, guys, right? We talked about it. We even measured it, right? We did have a cup and handle back here that kind of worked. It was a beautiful cup and handle. Very nice rounded shape. 30% rally from low point to the high point on the lip. Lips coming about the same height. Look at that, right? Lip to lip. And then that handle coming in very short above that 50% part of the cup. And we rallied on that. It's a very nice cup and handle here. Very textbook looking cup and handle to some extent. But we did create some areas here, right? Around those 33,000s. Look at this. There's support here at 30K, right? Even here and here, that's still 31,000 on the zone. So right now we're hitting these areas here of Bitcoin from January, right? Which is kind of sad when you think that Bitcoin has lost most of the gains since January. But it is still doing okay, right? I'm saying most because January started here on Bitcoin around 29,000s. But we've lost most of the gains. That's not good. We want to recover from here. So we are back when we started at the beginning of the year. We're middle of the year, not the best, but still doing okay. There's a lot of areas here for support, if you can see. That's why I have so many lines here on this zone. Areas that we might be able to be hitting here on Bitcoin. And that is part of the reason I'm not worried yet until we get that drop, right? Again, the fallen peaks that we gotten could indicate a bigger drop yet to come. However, this bullish divergence could try to negate that. We're getting 5% drop already, right? ICP, sure. I'm not sure, man. If this bullish divergence kicks in, I don't think we're going to see it. If this bullish divergence doesn't kick in, we might get that drop because we have this bullish divergence on the daily, right? We have strong bullish divergence on the daily, not to a negative momentum island, but to a positive, right? Negative to positive, low to high on the RSI, bullish divergence. RSI starting to stagnate a bit, still on the sold at 34.81. Could be looking for that action to the upside on the 4-hour. We also have this bullish divergence that would indicate that we could be getting action to the upside. Here, the RSI seems to have stalled, sitting very low, sold at 30.06. And on the 1-hour chart, we're going to see what we have. Now, this is going to be interesting here. Just from the 1-hour, I had a line here. All right, this line we needed to break for the 3 falling peaks here. If you remember, guys, I don't want to move that line. I want to talk about this first. Also on the 1-hour, we were thinking that Bitcoin was going to create a head and shoulders here. I even said this is a very weird looking shoulder. We're getting to this low here, and this low was very still close to this low, and it could have made sense, right? And we did try to break this area, right? That neckline, not once, but twice. We just failed. We failed to reach target. That target would have put us at 37,000, right? So we failed because we had this bearish divergence that came in and broke us back down, right? So on that note, what I'm going to do is I'm going to get rid of this pattern. You know, we were in between that inverse head and shoulders here on the 1 hour swell or the 3 fallen peaks. We didn't know which one was going to play out. I'm just going to extend that. That's the area we broke on the 1 hour chart. Going to make it blue so we know this is a pattern confirmation break. And this breaking this line up here was going to get us to confirm we're no longer on a 3 fallen peaks. Well, that goes out the window, right? That idea just completely blew out. The divergence still remains. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to move this number here and shift it up a bit. So this is not looking the cleanest peak, but it was the peak we were looking for. At first, we thought that peak was going to be here. We were talking about it here yesterday or 2 days ago, and then we shifted up to here. As you can tell, we're getting that break down. Not the prettiest. I don't think we're going to be doing any divergence here. Low, lower, low, negative, more negative, and low, lower still. No bullish divergence. We're just looking fraction to the downside, right? On the daily, we could still drop. We have nothing here that says we're going to hold. 4 hour bullish divergence, daily bullish divergence. I am hoping that the 4 hour bullish divergence and the daily bullish divergence are going to prevail and help us go higher. We can still drop more. We're probably going to, if we drop more, we're going to negate that bullish divergence in the 4 hour. And we might still keep it on the daily because the daily hasn't made negative momentum yet. Right? We want to anchor divergence, remember, to a negative momentum island. We can anchor it to positive, but it's strongest when we anchor it to a negative momentum, and that's still yet to develop. That means we could still drop, right? Still drop. We could come down here to the 30,000s, start making that negative momentum, and then anchor for bullish divergence. Just like I've said, I've not been strong enough to break above that 20 moving average. This has become a resistance since. I would say here we kind of broke, but we struggled to really take off from it. But, you know, since May the 12th, we've just been below that 20 moving average and struggling still. Be careful, right? Be careful. So that's going to be it for Bitcoin. I think we went almost 30 minutes into it. I think we went in depth, guys. If you have any questions, please let me know. Thoughts on consolidation, extended bull cycle. I think, yes. I mean, consolidation, obviously, we've talked about it. We're just consolidating sideways still, right? I went here on the 4 hours, showed this. So we're consolidating in this area. I have not broken it yet. And as far as the extended bull cycle, I'm not sure, man. That bull cycle seems to be threatened right now. I would say that we are outside, and something I haven't looked at lately for Bitcoin. I could go check it out real quick. Let's go here on the weekly. Let's get here on a log scale. And let's hide that Bollinger Band so we can get a better look. It would seem that we are breaking this parabolic advance. Usually what we know is that once we break the parabolic advance, Bitcoin tends to drop around 80% now. Institutions, there's people that say institutions have gotten in. Will they let it drop 80%? I'm not sure. 80% gets Bitcoin to around that 11,000 mark, right? I'll draw a line here. Right, that's the target that we're more or less looking for. If Bitcoin drops here, it'll basically come here and test support of July 2019. Right, going down to 11K would close a lot of gaps that we left open on the way up, right? Look at this Bitcoin futures chart. We have a gap here around, December at 24,000. Have another gap here that is small, but we have a gap here nonetheless at 9,000. We're not going to close that one, I think, if we drop there, but we could wick it. You know, if we get a lot of momentum moving us down, we could wick this area, close that gap, and then we will be done, right? No more gaps to the downside. We should be looking to close the gaps that we are leaving up here on the upside, on the corn, right, on the Bitcoin. So again, look at this gap here. It's not another small gap here at 18,000. And this gap here around 9,000, right? There's no other gaps there. Everything else has been filled. Then we're just leaving these gaps here on the upside that we have not gone to close. Finally starting to come lower here on the futures, right? We just left another gap here from yesterday, the 7th, to today. Again, we're leaving another small gap here. We should be looking to close. And we're not seeing these gaps being closed. I don't like it. We're just not strong enough to go up right now. Bitcoin is feeling bearish. That is the reality. Bitcoin is feeling bearish. El Producto, thank you very much for being here. Alon Cansada, you're 20%. Should you exit and get cheaper? Alon, dude, I wish I could tell you what to do with your money. I can't, unfortunately. It's not how it works. You need to know, you need to figure out how you want to trade your assets. I cannot give you any of that advice, whether or not should be in or out. So, yeah, if you guys like what we do, hit the like, hit the bell, hit the sub, right? I know the market's bearish. No need to be bearish on the likes. ICP is on the list. I'll just haven't updated the list that's running up there on the top because I've been doing Bitcoin. So, Alon, if you sell, you're materializing your loss. If you hodl until, whenever it recovers back to your entry level, then you would not be taking that loss. Could you sell right now and buy in cheaper and get a bigger position? You could. You could also add more when it's cheaper, not sell your current one, and it'll just lower your average entry price so you can dollar cost average. Again, there's a lot of strategies that you can use. Selling and buying it cheaper, that's one. What happens if it doesn't drop anymore? It holds support at 30K. Then you catch it on the way back up. You might lose a little bit more. It's just entirely up to you. I cannot tell you what to do with your money, unfortunately. Right? You got 8 on the list? No, 8 is not on the list, bro. Thank you, Andrew. I'll put it here. Right, so we've gone through a lot of things right now for Bitcoin. Let's hope that sinks in. We can revert, look at Bitcoin later on, right? I'm gonna start moving through the other projects, right? I'm gonna be moving through the other projects. Right, let's go to Ethereum. I mean, and I think, Alon, what you need to do is sit down and see what your strategy is. If you want to be this in here for the longest term, and you're a hodler, you should not be even looking at the market. You don't care what it's going to do. I mean, like, not because I don't want you to watch the show, but if you're just going to hold on for dear life until, 5 years from now, why you want to be looking at the market and worrying about what it's doing, right? If your strategy is hodl, don't look at the market. If your strategy is trading, you should be looking for in and out. Right now, I would not be looking for an out. I would have already been out. I would be looking for an in, or maybe dollar cost average into another position, so I can get my initial cost even lower, right? So that's what I would be looking for, man. I would not be looking for a sell. Young boy never sell low again. Yo, bro, you're gonna be on the Mike Dutch podcast tomorrow? Yes, supposedly. That is the idea. I'm still confirming some stuff with Mike. Then we're going to be doing the same time that we're going to do on Friday. Hopefully everything will be good. No problems. And, we'll see how things go. I want to post tomorrow on our Discord, the Setter Crypto Discord, which if you're not part of it, I suggest you join. Also, when we're live, and I'll also post that link. Anyways, let's go check out your Ethereum. Look, we're looking for this divergence here, remember? We dropped. We no longer have it. Here's where we have it, though, to here. Right to there. Strong bearish divergence. Did it drop a lot? It dropped 4%. Bitcoin dropped 6% yesterday, right? Look. Change the Bitcoin. Here we go. Bitcoin dropping 6%, right? Ethereum holding on better. We talked about this. Ethereum has been holding on a little bit better. Ethereum's looking more like market, regular market cap, right? Market cap, we know we went lower, higher low, and higher low still. Nothing bullish, neutral 45.99. And that is because alts are in control of the market. And alts have this pattern, right? All alts are showing this pattern to some extent. Bitcoin's the one that's actually going lower, creating some bullish divergence, which is good. That bullish divergence could get us to go higher. We just need for it to trigger and really bring the bulls back into the market, because right now it feels like the bulls are hibernating. All the bulls don't hibernate. Feels like they're hibernating. Anyways, neutral at 46.04. Not a lot here. Rejecting 2,789. Next target on the way down. Let's bring out the moving averages here. The Bollinger Bands. Tightness of the Bollinger Bands starting to form. We're below that 20 barely. Hopefully we can go back up. Hold on to that 20. Otherwise, could be coming into this territory where we're looking for a drop. That drop could get us somewhere around here. There is a support line that we could draw here. Although we don't have anything bearish to look at. There's that support line. That could be our short-term support also, right? Low, higher low, and higher low. This is the trend that we're following. Thinking about this line would be bullish for Ethereum. Dropping below that line could put us on a short-term bear trend. Even though we don't have any divergence, that would indicate that we're going to go down harder. Breaking that support, remember, breaking supports, it's not good. You tend to go to the next area of support. Next area of support here. We have to zoom out, see where we're at. Have we created more areas here that we could be supported at? I believe this... there we go. So I've extended our fibs, and the next area of support before I actually drop to 1,844 would be somewhere around here, 2,148. We might have some minor supports here on the way down, something around here, where there seems to have been consolidation at. I'm gonna be looking for zones of support resistance, right? This zone. It's a large zone, but look, we did float around this area for a bit. We also float around this area for a bit, so we could be looking at a zone of support resistance here, where Bitcoin could come down to and try to hold on to before it actually drops lower. But, you know, dropping to this level here at 2,139 would not be a far-fetched idea if Ethereum keeps on dropping. Now, neutral at 45.96. Let's go to the 4-hour. On the 4-hour, we're looking at this double bottom, and it was starting to play out, right? We broke that confirmation line yesterday. It was beautiful until Bitcoin came in and said, no, what do you mean we're going up? We're not going up. We're going to go down. Bitcoin, I want to go down. The market's coming down with me. And Ethereum said, well, maybe, man, maybe I want to go down a little bit, right? And it did go down a bit. Now, just like Bitcoin on the 4-hour chart, we are creating some bullish divergence, right? It's not doing its own thing. Well, it's trying to do its own thing here. It kind of failed because Bitcoin, you know. I wish, like for reals, everyone just decoupled from Bitcoin, and it'll be so much better for the cryptosphere if the projects just fluctuated on their own. Minor projects as coins could fluctuate with Bitcoin. That'll be fine. But Ethereum, you know, some of the big coins should just, you know, say, you know what, Bitcoin, we're fed up of your kingship here on crypto. We'll reject you as the king of crypto, and we'll just start doing our own thing. You're too old, man, right? You're an old project now. Like, get out of here, boomer, or something like that, right? To Bitcoin, and then they all start pumping and doing amazing. Well, Bitcoin just, you know, floods and sulks there at its level, and the maxis just cry because they're gonna be sad that Ethereum is gonna surpass Bitcoin, right? High to low, high to low, and high to low. Neutral at 39.51. Sorry, not neutral, sold. We're looking for action to the upside. We're still not clear because we haven't closed this candle yet, and we're still holding on to this. But again, if we keep on dropping, we get rid of this, right? Let's go to the 1-hour chart. HD 5000. I know. I'm just having fun, bro. If you stream and you don't have fun, what's the point of streaming? What is the point of doing something if you're not having fun while you're doing it? Like, imagine how sad it would be if I want to make this my full-time gig, and I kind of hate doing this. Like, that would really suck, right? So of course, why do I have lines up here? That makes no sense where they're at. Oh, I know what they're from. They are from the yesterday's exercise when we were drawing the divergences, right? The bullish divergence and the bearish divergence. And I just didn't remove them. Ha! That's what they're there for. Ha ha! Got it. I was like, there's some weird lines up here on my chart. Why? What are these signs? Did they come from aliens? Did aliens came into my chart and left a message? Now, that was the divergence target that we did. I did remove the other squigglies on the 4-hour. I just didn't remove these things here. I even forgot this one here. Ha! Gotcha. Gotta catch them all. Right on. So, we're looking for bearish divergence, right? When we were live yesterday here, we did move down very close to the 20 pump again. And guess what? We still maintained our bearish divergence, right? So we went up higher here. We still came down lower. Bearish divergence, action to downside, breaking down. We have an island here. It's very tiny. low, lower, low, negative, more, negative, and low, lower still. Now, if we want to go from here, we'll be moving sideways, going from a low to negative, more negative, and low to about a lower point. There's nothing bullish for Ethereum on the 1 hour. Bitcoin dropping again. Is it really? You going for another drop? It is. It is going for another drop. We're going to go back to it in a second, right? Anyways, dropping. Ethereum's also dropping. That means Bitcoin's not really doing its job. There's some divergence I'm trying to build here. Very small divergence though, because it's a 3 hour time frame. It's not what we want to look for in divergence. We want to, a little bit more spread out. Say sometimes this things for some reason kick in here on 3 hours, right? But we want to see them a little bit more spread out. There's some bullish divergence starting to develop here. Let's go back to the corn. Apparently it's dropping. It's yeah, it is dropping. It's dropping after supports, coming down to the 33,000 support. And remember, right, we have this pattern. 3 fallen peaks on the 4 hour, and we already established where we could go with that, right? One of the drops gets us to around 17%. I had 17 here in the dot. There we go. One drop gets us here. The other drop nets us much lower. We're looking around a 24% drop. Somewhere on here. And they move it from here to here, right? Ooh, coffee. I'm not sure. He's hiding because the market's bearish, and he said he was going to go bullish, remember? I called him a perma bear, and then he said, no, I'm not a perma bear. I'm actually bullish on something. The Bitcoin, the Ethereum down chart now going to go down, and apparently it's doing the opposite. We should all just trade based on the opposite of what High Card Jesus says. Jesus, right? Wasn't that a line from Die Hard, the third one, where he calls Samuel L. Jackson? He says, hey, Jesus, get over here. And the guy's like, what? Do I look Latino to you? My name is... The guy said, hey, Zeus, like the god, like the Greek god of lightning, right? Something like that. Bitcoin dropping. Yes, Bitcoin dropping, man. We got targets, though. We know we have support at 30,000. Again, this chart has a lot less clutteredness on supports. We do have one here at 30,000 here that we could be looking for, and the next ones would be somewhere around here. Don't want to go there, man. Don't want to go there. Right, we're doing okay. Are we like scared? Are we scared? Are you guys feeling scared right now for the market? Let me know, man. Are you guys worried about your positions? I'm going to get rid of this also, right? Look, this here we had a complex head and shoulders that would have net us to the upside. We didn't get it. Right? We know that, like, I'm just cleaning up this old stuff here on Bitcoin, right? Then we had this other stuff happening here. We had this inverse head, this head and shoulders that net us to the downside. Did play out, by the way. It did drop 14%. It just says, nah, he's waiting to buy back in. That is good. We're all waiting for better areas of value, right? Look at this, it's dropping 2% already on this hour. Right, so we did finish Ethereum. Let's go to Binance. I think we're going to be seeing a bloodbath everywhere. Royal Gamers, what is up, bro? We're going to be looking at a bloodbath everywhere. We'll be coming back to Bitcoin, right? Don't worry about it. Just because we're leaving it right now. It's not a forever goodbye. It's just, I'll be right back. Hold my beer. Something like that. High to low, low to high. We are having some bearish divergence. We are moving down, breaking that 50% retrace here, but we do have this other 50% retrace on a major fib scale. Not really worried about it yet. Low to high, negative less, negative low to high. Nothing here. Neutral at 42.03. Again, very similar to what we saw with Ethereum on the formation, right? It's very similar formation. We could even say it's upsloping channel. We could draw a line here and say, yo, look at that. We are breaking that line. That means that we might go bearish. Oh no, Ethereum wasn't doing that. If you remember, Ethereum wasn't doing that. It was still slightly above that line. It might be below right now, but it was slightly above that line when we were doing it. breaking that 20 moving average, we could still be looking for action downside. Nothing bearish right now. Last bearishness we had was this hidden bearish. And remember what I said? Bullish indicators have not been really playing out strongly. We'll see. Octavio, thank you for being here, man. Huh. No worries. Bag of cash sitting by. That's good. Bitcoin falling again. I know. We just discussed that, David. I'll go back, check it out again in a little bit, man. GPH. Sleep. I cannot get any sleep. Yeah, I get that. Low, lower, low, negative, more negative, and low, lower still. Again, bearish divergence, moving down, blah, blah, blah. It's all good. Here we could say again that we had some, remember, triangle. We drew this. I deleted it. I just said look very quick. Consolidating, might break. It's just like, you know, a lot of people see these triangles. That's fine. They're everywhere, man. Triangles everywhere. Right. So nothing bullish here, like we had with other projects, right? We might have something from back here. Let's see. 5.97, 5.61. Still not there. Negative, less, does negative. And here we do have some hidden bullish that we could try to go with. And this is a larger move. Do I like it as I move? Not necessarily. It feels like I'm reaching, to be honest, right? It feels like I'm reaching for something to try to justify a potential support. Which, to be honest, we could get, right? We could come down here to that 50% line with that dropping even slightly more into the sold. Right now we're 33.10. Could go slightly lower, more into that sold on the RSI and still have this hidden divergence. And we could try to hold that support. But, you know, it is what we have right now. Yeah. One Bitcoin is still one Bitcoin, I know. And one beer is still one beer. The spreads are bad on Kraken. Oh, dude, why are you trading on Kraken? Why are you trading Kraken? Look, we got the tightness of the Bollinger Bands. Probably discussed that yesterday for a couple of projects. Not in all projects, but when they're very tight, I do tend to talk about them. We did get that small squeeze here at 11 in the morning, and look at that squeeze, and then exploded to the downside. That's not good. It might mean that we could still be looking for more action to the downside. All right, let's go to that 1 hour. Gabri 30 says, hold the line. Wasn't that a song by Toto? Hold the line. I'm not sure if this is from the 4 hour or the daily. I just might have screwed this by sending it to the 4 hour, but no, it's fine. I'm curious now. Toto, hold the line. Yes, that was the song. Keep rolling, man. Don't bash Kraken. It's opening up a break. I'm not bashing Kraken. I'm just saying why you're trading there, man. I think there's other places that have better volume. When by Binance, when you want visual snow relief, I cannot tell you that. It's because you're giving advice. Set of crypto, second account. Open a position. What? What do you mean second account? I'm not sure what you mean by second account. Anyways, Carez alike. Yes, you're correct. Carez alike. Bitcoin at 200K. Not right now. We have targets in the 20s. Not 20K precisely, but 29, 20, something like that. Anyways, guys, if you like what we do, hit the like, hit the bell, and hit the sub. We're still dropping. Anyways, we were looking for this divergence yesterday. Did we get it still? No, we did go higher. We also went higher here. Oh, dude. No longer there. All right, we just found the rest of the cryptosphere. Oh, thank you very much for the sub there, bro. Appreciate it. Ooh, we went up. High to low, and high to low. Nothing here, right? Sold at 23.71, bro.
Dude, did you just call out Toto? Awesome. Let's get a little Africa going to lighten everyone's mood. Don't panic, sell people. You will regret it.
Matt C, thank you very much for that, man.
Audience, say it with me.
Legendary, brother. I appreciate it. Thank you very much. Yes, I did call Toto. I can't play Africa, dude. I'm gonna, as soon as I play that, I'm gonna get a copyright strike. So I cannot go and play that without getting wrecked on the channel. So yes, love the stream. Thanks, man. I was having such a bad day today, man. I think something I ate wasn't really good. Like it's very weird for me to take a nap. I passed out for like 3 hours. And I woke up, I was still feeling horrible. I was really doubting whether or not I was going to come in here to do the stream tonight. But in the end, I gathered some strength. I told the wife, look, I'm just going to jump in, and depending on how I'm feeling, we'll see how it goes. And all of a sudden, I started to feel a little bit better. Even though the market's going down, I started to feel a little bit better. So, yeah. Anyways, there's nothing bullish here, right? Low, lower, negative, more negative, low, lower still. Oversold. 23.63. We know when we're oversold, we're going to try to come back up to the neutral zone. We need some L's to bring out the smiles. Yeah, thanks, man. Should have slept through a dump. Oh, no, bro. That wouldn't be good. Like, I passed out like at 5:30 or so. Like, just like knocked out, bro. Like, insane. I just like felt really bad after lunch. So probably something didn't agree with me, because I haven't had dinner. I'm still feeling really full. I feel like I just haven't digested anything, so it's not the funnest feeling right now. That's it for Binance. Let's go back to the Bitcoin. I mean, we're going to be going back to Bitcoin consistently because of, dumpage. We're going to call it Bitcoin dumpage, right? It did go lower. It did go lower, man. We know we have supports farther down, right? There's support here at 31,000. We have not gotten there yet. Remember, guys, we're playing with a bigger pattern, right? We're playing with a 3 fallen peak pattern. 3 fallen peak pattern. I have it on what? Where did it go? Here it is. 3 fallen peak pattern here, right? And we know 1, 2, 3 targets. We already talked about them. First target on a pattern move. If we're in a bull market, 27,500. If we're in a bear market, 25,000. Right? Still looking for this. Anyways, is this divergence still valid? I doubt it. 261, 284, right? This is a 4-hour chart. We might pump back up and confirm it. But right now, we're getting rid of the bullish divergence in the 4-hour. We talked about that earlier also.
So the USA was able to get their Bitcoin back. Doesn't this mean a government can confiscate it?
Yeah, well, thank you very much for that. I appreciate it.
Audience, say it with me.
Legendary, dude. Thank you, MF.
Thank you very much.
Adele. The US was able to get its Bitcoin back. What do you mean? I don't think I've seen that article yet. So, did something happen? Was there a ruling and they got Bitcoin back? Because I don't remember seeing that, man. All right, so if you have something, Bitcoin users will get help relocating and working in El Salvador. That is nice. I like that news, right? It might become a paradise for crypto. That is freaking cool. Small countries are punching above their weight in terms of Bitcoin gains. All right, some people subbing. Thank you very much for the subs. Fancy Broski and Rootsy. There we go, man. Yeah, dude. Bitcoin ransom for the pipeline was retrieved. Oh, hack. All right. That is interesting. I haven't seen that article, bro. I haven't seen that article, man. Oh, here it is. Here it is. I found it. It says U.S. officials recover 2.3 million in crypto from Colonial Pipeline ransom. Have seized more than 2 million in crypto. All right. Right. I'm trying to see here if it's just how they recovered it. It's interesting. I'm not sure. They're not saying in detail how they recovered it, but if that money was on an exchange, they probably asked the exchange to cooperate and get it back. Maybe, right? I mean, that's how I would guess they were doing it. It's easier to go to an exchange and say, yo, hold those funds and, you know, something like that. Yeah, Steve, that's what I'm guessing also, right? Seamus took their private keys. I know, it kind of sucks. See, Seamus went and helped the investigation. Nobody's mentioning on Twitter. Yeah. Yeah. There were articles that used to make... All right. Mike, what is up, bro? Never been here. Yeah, it's interesting, right? It's interesting. I hadn't seen this one. Look, this is a good article. It doesn't say how they retrieved it. The other one I like is this is Bitcoin price is fragile, but on-chain data points to fresh accumulation. That could be interesting also. Record 141 million outflow from Bitcoin products signals institutions are bearish on Bitcoin. Like I said, right, the sentiment is not really 100% bullish right now. And but the one I really liked was this thing about El Salvador being like a paradise. That one was really good. Right, Bitcoin users will get help relocating and working in El Salvador. I'm not sure if really you want to go there. I mean, it is kind of like a dangerous country. And if they know you got Bitcoin, you might be in trouble because, you know, they have the MS-13 there, which is a very nasty group to deal with. But you know, the fact that they're pro crypto, if we see other South American countries adopt this, it could be that, you know, South America becomes the hub of crypto development. It's fun when we see things like this that point to adoption, right? Remember, guys, 3 fallen peak formation, right? We've discussed it plenty of times. 1, 2, 3. We've been discussing it for the last 2 days. We had a potential head and shoulders inverse here that could have formed that we didn't confirm, right? Because we never went for that other shoulder here. And then this dropping and breaking this line, which we left, right? We left there and we knew that if we broke that line, we're still going to be looking for that drop. As you can tell, we're going for that drop, right? Again, targets, textbook pattern targets, maximum drop on a bull market, or about expected to hit that 24,000, about 14% from confirmation line. And then the other one, 24%, that gets us here to 25,000. That is if we break through all the supports that we have on the way down. We just don't have this support here at 30,000. We do have other supports, as I've shown you on this chart, which has all my supports. Sorry, guys. We have something around 31,000, 30,000, 29, 28, and then 26. So there are supports on the way down that we need to break through. Like I said, the divergence here that we were looking for on the last 4-hour candle, no longer there. This candle still has 58 minutes to go. It's not looking like it's going to recover yet. But if it pulls back up, and this manages to go slightly less negative, right, on that momentum, we might still be trying to hold on to some bullish divergence and maybe action to the upside. On the daily, remember, Bitcoin, it's still creating this bullish divergence, right? Strong bullish divergence on the daily. It could be that we come down here, maybe 31,000, right? We still start to make negative momentum. We're not going to make this much negative momentum, but we start to create this bullish divergence that gets us to action to the upside. So right now we're anchoring from negative to positive. We want to anchor from negative to negative. Remember that. It's important that we know what's happening with the market, right? No, I'm not going to be here and, like I told you guys, be all like, oh yeah, everything's good, man. You know, we're going to go to the moon. That's not the case right now. Also, triangle. Seems that we're breaking to the downside, right? We tried to break it to the upside. It was a fake breakout. We broke back in on the next day. Now, this looks like a legit breakdown. We don't want to be on that triangle, but we want to go to the downside. Where would measure move of the triangle pattern gets us, right? So we haven't discussed that yet, but we can anchor from here to here and say, yo, that puts us, ooh, 23,000 right at a support. That would be very nasty if we go there, right? It would make it to where we meet a couple criteria, right? On the daily, we get that measure move. On the 4-hour, we're hitting the moves of the 3 fallen peaks on the downside, right? I'm really hoping that this divergence that we have really holds on. If it doesn't hold on, we're going to be in trouble, man. If this bullish divergence on the daily that we have here doesn't kick in, it's not going to be fun for crypto, man. I'll tell you that. And if we start on that drop to 23,000s, what is it to say that we're not going to go on the major drop here from the weekly here? Let me get here on the weekly again. So we already broke the parabolic advance, right? We know we've broken the parabolic advance. So let me hide the Bollinger Bands. Got this in log scale, put it here in auto. And we know that when market, crypto, breaks the parabolic advance historically, right? Broke it here, drop 80%. Drop it here, dropped 80 plus percent. Here, I mean, I just went kind and went to 80%. That gets Bitcoin around 11,000. Going down 85% does get you around that 9,000. And like I said, going to those levels on Bitcoin is going to get us to where we close all the gaps that we left here, right? We left a gap here at 25,000. We left another gap here around at 18,000. Then we left another gap here at around 9,000s. We are looking gaps in the upside. Right? Oh, dude! Thank you guys for the subs. JM and John Doe. Thank you very much for being here, man. Yo, Mike. We're on for tomorrow, right? Same time. People were asking, so I was kind of telling them. I hope you're still here, man. People were asking if we're gonna be live tomorrow. And I said yes, but I was gonna confirm on Discord the time because I wasn't sure if we were still on for the same time. I thought you told me you had to check some things with Tino, so I wasn't sure on the time. But let me know. Yes, human nature, like round numbers, there's psychological supports and resistances. We might hold 30K. We already discussed the fact that there's a lot of support around that zone, right? Look, this is gonna look nasty here, but when I zoom in and I go back here, it's gonna make sense. What a miserable 20 plus days for crypto. Yes, it's sad. Like I said, right, we're hitting prices of January, right? Beginning of the year, man. We're in January levels. We've lost all the gains that we made on the first half of the year. I think Elon should be voted for the most hated person in crypto. For Times Magazine, right? Times Magazine most hated person in crypto. Elon Musk. I'm kidding. Again, we're hitting levels of back here. There is support still, right? We can still come down here for support, still come down here for support. Even down here, right? Look at that wick, 29,000s, right? That's why I have a line right there. So we'll see, man. We will see. It is interesting for crypto right now. Now what happened if weekend is starting and we're going to zero? Yeah. Guys, if you like what we do, hit the like, hit the bell, and hit the sub, right? We have a lot of people watching, not a lot of people liking. Remember, likes are free. And they let the algorithm know that you like the content. And if the algorithm likes the content, then it'll help us promote the channel to other people. So if you want to help the channel, hit the like. Right? That'll be awesome. Thank you very much for being here again. Let's keep rolling, man. We still get a lot of coins to move through. We're just going to do Litecoin. We've been coming back to Bitcoin consistently. I think I'm going to try to move to the next 3 coins without coming back to Bitcoin. We will see how we're going to handle that. Hopefully, we're not going to get another drop happening on the middle of Litecoin. Let's get the Bollinger Bands out here, man. The Trollinger Bands. See what they do, man. On the daily, high to low, and high to low. Mike's already got my here. Awesome. Right. Great stream. Much better than so many others. Some of the other my streams or some of the other streamers. Let me know because I'm interested. High to low, and high to low. Sold at 37.18. Low, lower, negative, low, lower. So there's nothing bullish here. Again, we're just following Bitcoin here. Getting about the same rally. Now we're getting a drop that doesn't match what we're seeing on a couple of the other projects. But it's okay. Breaking support at 164. Using it as resistance today. Move farther down still here on Litecoin, right? There's nothing bullish. Let's go to the 4-hour chart. We had this bullish divergence strong. We did try to pop on that. Didn't create anything bearish, but again, Bitcoin coming in saying, that's not the way we're going to go, man. You're going the wrong way. We're all going down. and we started to drop. Low, lower, negative, more negative, dude. Low, lower still. This one I just need to confirm. What was the highest point here? 1.62, 1.67, more negative still right now. So we don't have anything bullish. I really wish we had something to hold on to. And look at that, right? Come back up, hit that resistance, and reject it, right? That's why it's important to have good resistances, or know where your resistances and supports are. Again, here we're going for that nice rally. We're trying to recover. Bitcoin kept saying, no way, man. Going down. You're driving the wrong direction. Said the same thing to Ethereum, right? Ethereum was going beautifully to the upside. And said, man, that's not the way the road goes right now. We're all going south. What are you talking about? North? It's summer. We all want to go farther south, man. We want to go to South America, where it's winter. Because that's where the bears are. Let's look at here. RSI, 29 sold, 29.75. Let's go to the 1 hour. Bullish divergence, right? Action to the opposite. We're in that rally. Again, very nice rally. Here we started to stagnate and create that bearish divergence. We didn't have it yesterday. We might have started to create this yesterday. I'm not even sure if I looked at the 1 hour chart on Litecoin yesterday. I think I might have. Otherwise, kind of weird that I would have missed this divergence, but might have skipped it. I'm not sure. Bearish divergence, action downside, right? Starting to move down since. Low, lower, low, negative, more negative, low, lower still. Oversold at 20.959. The only way we can go here, it's up on the RSI, right? Yo, thank you very much for that kind. So, appreciate it, man. Thank you, Michael. That's it. There's nothing else that is bullish. It just kind of sucks, bro. RSR 3.2. It's still trying to hold on a little bit. It's starting to go green again. This project has been following Bitcoin a little bit closely. We were losing here the divergence that we were looking for, right? We're looking for some bearish divergence here in the 1 hour. It's no longer there. It's no longer there. It's no longer there. That's fine here. Looking for some divergence. They moved down, hit that 20, popped low to high. High to low. We might still have it here against the RSI. Sorry. I just need to re-anchor. All right, we went slightly higher. Sorry, what am I talking about? We went lower here. We went lower here. So we still have this bearish divergence, strong action to downside, and then low, lower, low, negative, more negative, low, lower. Still, we don't have anything now though. Sold at 23.28. I'm gonna move backwards here. I'm gonna go to the 4 hour. Rex, what is up, brother?
What's up?
Oh no, the stuff from the 1 hour came over. It came from the 1 hour chart. Like the monster from the Blue Lagoon, right? Came from Blue Lagoon or whatever. Jeez, cleanup, man. Ain't that the most amazing things you can do sometimes? It's the simplest things to forget to do, but the most annoying things to go back and correct. The cleanup, right? Here we go. High to low. High to low and high to low. There's nothing bearish. Low, lower, negative. Are we doing less negative? Is there a glimmer of hope here? 000548 0003. Yes, there's some bullish divergence strong here. After we hit a support, look at that, beautiful, hitting support at 3.1, right? And we're bouncing. So we know we have good supports again. Very important for charting, very important for trading, right? Sold at 31.20. Not the end of the world for RSR. Really wish it was doing better. Has its divergence though, right? Might help it. Might help it. Hopefully it'll be the case, and we might see it go up, right? Let's anchor this one here in the 4, so it's not going to go in the 1 hour tomorrow. Let's get on that daily and finish this off. Again, bearish divergence, action downside, nothing bullish. More or less following the rest of the market. Still trying to hold on above to that 3.1 cents. That's nice, and sold at 38.20. That being said, the coolest thing, right? Look at this. Let's go check out DVT now. After that, we'll circle back to Bitcoin again before we move on to the next link, Jeju, ICP, and ADA. Right, and then if Bitcoin's really not moving a lot in price, I might actually skip it and go look at other projects. There's a lot of things we need to move through still. Most of the stream has been Bitcoin because, you know, it's dropping and people are scared Bitcoin's dropping. So let's go check out DVT real quick. I just want to see where it's at. If it's not moving a lot, yeah, 1.4. Sorry, 0.14. I'm basically gauging that we're not going to have anything here that is super important on on the vault. Sitting at 4.5, we are climbing a little bit from our stagnancy that we had here, right? Look at the daily. Right, but we're not going to be getting anything here that should be screaming. No, we might get something. I could be surprised, right? I mean, but it's just been so weird and stagnant the last couple days that even though it's pumped against Bitcoin, it's not at the same value that it was before Bitcoin started to drop. I would love to see this gain more against Bitcoin. And I believe the gain that we're seeing here is because Bitcoin has been dropping. So again, really wish it was doing something a little bit better, man, right? A little bit better than the other projects, but it's struggling, right? Look, high to low, and high to low. There's nothing here that is bearish. Let's go to that 4-hour chart. On the 4-hour chart, high to low, low to high. There's some hidden divergence, potential for action to downside. Oh no, guess what? We might go down. Right, nothing bullish. Low to high, negative, less negative, low to high. That being said, again, not a lot here. And on the 1-hour chart, let's see what we have, man. Yes, town. You bought right now? Good luck with that. The 1-hour chart, I don't think it refreshed. I need to go to the daily and then go straight to the 1-hour to get the 1-hour chart to show. Here we go. High to low, and high to low to high. All right, so some hidden divergence. High to low and low to high, right? There we go. Low to high, negative, more negative. There was some hidden bullish divergence here to help us rally a little bit. With that, we're getting this action to the upside, man. Very nice action to the upside. Again, bearish divergence hidden coming into rain on our parade, so watch out for that if you're holding DVT. Let's go back here. Let's go back to Bitcoin. A lot of people worried about the Bitcoin, man. Is it going to go down? Is it going to go to zero? Is Bitcoin dead? We don't know yet. It is going down. We knew it was going to go down. We had indicators that said potential action to downside, right? We also had indicators that said if we do this, we might go up. We didn't get them right now. Easy people laugh. You're quite new to crypto. You're in. Was this inevitable debt crossing? I'm not sure. It might have been a debt cross. Let me bring my chart where I have the everything else, right? Right. So let me bring this chart over here. It's going to show us the everything else. Oh no. It's larger than I need it to be. So let's go here so you can see it on your screen properly with prices and everything. Oh, I moved it. Here we go. There we go. Is the death cross that we've been talking about? I'm not sure. Let's see. Where is my first? I'm gonna hide the super trend. I really don't care for it right now. I'm gonna hide the Fisher's fine if it's there or not. I really don't care for it right now. I might hide it to get a better reading on the market. It's not gonna do anything. So here we go. So we have 20, 50, 100, 200, and then this will be 800 because some of you guys were asking the 800 the other day, so I had to put it in just to see how it works. And then these are my exponentials here on the stoplight color. I had to add the orange to make it a little bit better, but stoplight color. And then everything here that is on the blue is the simple moving averages. So right now I'm looking at the 50, which is the yellow, and then the red, the first red, the thick red, which is here, which we don't have that dead cross yet. Like I said, dead crosses sometimes are a lagging indicator. If this goes farther down, right, what's going to happen here is this still going to come down, and this still going to keep having an average. It might go like this, and then we're going to get this cross here. But by that time, we already went down. How much lower are we wanting to go, right? Before this happens. Again, this is a lagging indicator. By the time this dead cross happens, we already dropped quite a bit, right? That drop causes the death cross, right? Sometimes the death cross causes the drop, but it's a little bit weird because we're already getting the drop, and the part of the it's a self-fulfilling process. Because we're dropping, we are forming this death cross, right? We could say that we had a death cross here, right? We had that 50 go under the 100, but that is a death cross. A death cross means we usually take it as a 50 going under the 200, but basically anytime we get a faster time frame moving over a slower time frame moving average, we are getting dead crosses, right? So we got another dead cross here. We could argue that our first dead cross was here, right? That 20 going under the 50, then we got the 20 going under the 100, right? Then we got our 50 going under the 100, We still have our 50 to go under the 200 and 100 to go under the 200. These are all death crosses. Can you do Tether next? Huh. Funny, David. Tether's bullish. What's your call on short term? Anything? What's your all neutral according to you? Please share if you have any crypto bullish. Oh, bro, why do you want me to share crypto bullish? There's nothing bullish right now. We're looking at probably more carnage. We're gonna try to find some support. I already talked about it. I might go back to Bitcoin a little bit, but let me move through other things, right? And we'll check. Ensure multiple high to lows, high to highs. Right. When I'm talking about high to lows, I'm talking about where the price is, right? So a high point to a low point. So high to low, or high to a higher high, right? And actually, I should be actually calling it low, lower, low instead of high to low, or high to low here, low, lower, low. That's what you'll hear me say more. But I'm looking, when I'm saying that, I'm just looking at the price. I just don't want to be saying we're going from 34,000 to a lower point at 33,000. I'm just like summarizing it by saying low to a lower low, right? Which it doesn't matter, because while I'm looking, when I'm saying that, it's a divergence and how that's going to impact the price. So again, we've gotten debt crosses here. We also gotten debt crosses back here on our simple moving average. We have one here, one here. We got another one here, right? So again, we've been getting debt crosses. We also had another debt cross here, right? That 20 going under the 200 here. So we could say that that one is probably triggering this move here, right? We can say that this debt cross here of that 20 going under the 200, right? The green going under the red, it's triggering this one. That what's going to do is help us go lower still, and then we're going to get this cross here, like I said, right? At 50, so that's 100. That 50 coming down here, and then this one going here. We're going to get this cross happening, which might trigger another move down. But the fact that we're triggering moves down is just, like I said, it's a self-fulfilling prophecy. We're going to go for that dead cross maybe. Will it drop us a lot more? Still yet to be determined. I'm not sure. Crypto Greg, what do you like? What do you want me to say? The market's bearish right now. It's looking like it's going to go down. You might be trying to short the market, bro. Right? Again, it's not the most bullish right now. We're actually looking for drops to happen. So I'm not sure why you want me to say bullish stuff. The market is bearish. We could still be looking for a drop to like the 30 plus, right? 20 plus, 27, 24 if we go for that move. I'm not going to be here selling hopium. I'm not going to be selling, oh, we're going to go to the moon right now. There is some bullish divergence that might try to get us to hold. We don't have it right now here. We lost it on the 4 hour, right? I'm just leaving it because we haven't closed the 4 hour chart. On the daily, there is bullish divergence that could try to get us to hold around 30,000, right? But right now the move is down. The market is bearish. On Bybit, you might be able to short with something. I'm not sure how much you need to have there to short with, but you could try to short the market with that. Anyways, guys, let's keep moving. Let's do link. This is here to be auto. Let's get out of lock scale and let's get a link. Link, we're getting the same drop that we're seeing across a couple of the other projects, right? High to low, high to low, high to low. There's nothing bearish. Low to high, negative, less negative, low to high, nothing bullish, neutral. Sorry, sold at 39.85. Same drop, right? Rejection of the 20. Try to break here. We didn't actually break it. We just kind of moved sideways in opening. We're above it. We tried to hold on to that, but next day we undid it, and now we just been below that 20 moving average. Not really the strongest. Breaking below that 50% retrace, going for that 618 here. at 21.05. Right now, sitting at 23.25. Let's get to the 4-hour chart. Low, lower low, negative, less negative, right? That's about it. There is some bullish divergence here. I'm not sure we're going to be holding on to it, particularly if Bitcoin keeps on going down and dragging everyone else with it. We might not be getting this divergence, right, to play out. But there is divergence right now. And we are oversold at 25.96. So we know that there's two ways we reset the RSI. One of them is with a quick pump, the other one's with, stagnation happening. So we might move sideways and try to consolidate this level. Coins copying Bitcoin somewhere, yes. That's because Bitcoin is the main part of the market, right? Link. There was some divergence here, by the way. Very slight divergence here. We made it here, right? Also here. So there was some strong bearish divergence where we actually started to move down. Rishad, I'm not sure if you should be buying or selling everything. It's up to you, bro. I cannot tell you what to do with your money. Unfortunately, it's not how it works. We are oversold at 25.91. Again, potential fraction upside here on Link. If divergence holds, hopefully. Bitcoin has to play ball though, right? Bitcoin being extremely bearish is not going to help us. Collecting history, what is up, dude? I haven't seen you in a while. Thanks for being here, man. Hope you're doing good. Focus Vision, that is correct. Ethereum does have a parachute. It seems to be stalling on that drop, right? It's not going as fast. It seems to be decelerating as everyone else is just dropping really, really fast on price. Link, let's get this done, man. Let's get Link done, man. All right, low to high. All right, low, lower, low, negative, more negative, low. Lower low steel oversold at 18.57. That is it, right? I'm well, man. Thanks for asking. I'm doing really good. Feeling really bad earlier today, but I'm feeling better now, which is awesome. All right. Not from the market though. Something I ate didn't agree with me. I was feeling like ill. Anyways, bearish divergence, strong action downside. We don't have anything bullish right now that we could try to play off. We're just oversold at 18.87. Just the fact that we're oversold. Listen, a lot of people that want to trade based on RSI would be looking for an in right now. Why would you be looking for an in when you're oversold on the RSI? Because when you're oversold, you tend to want to go back to the neutral. And when you go back to neutral, that means you're going to climb up in price. Look here, we're oversold. We climb up slowly. Here we're oversold, right? Slightly. We climb back up. Not the same climb that we had here, but a climb nonetheless. Now we're taking this nasty drop. We're highly oversold. We should be looking to come back to neutral and reset that oscillator. That would mean that we should be looking for action to the upside. That's why a lot of people tend to just trade with RSI and say they're profitable, because you buy when you're oversold, you sell when you're overbought. Or, here, if you would have bought in, you would have sold maybe at the median at around that 50%. You're not being greedy. If you're greedy, you want to wait until you go overbought. Until you go overbought. But again, right now being highly oversold might be a good in for projects that are highly oversold, because you are expecting to come back to neutral. There's two ways you come back to neutral. Remember, one of them is you take a sharp move up. That would imply that, you're going to basically move up here. But relative strengths, remember, it measures the relative strength, the relative move in price against its 14 prior periods. So if this starts to go here slowly, right, or flatlining, this line is going to slowly become back to neutral, because it's going to become the new normal, right? And that's how relative strength works, right? So, but again, a lot of people like using just that RSI for trading because they're expecting to get a pump to happen there. Anyways, let's go to Hehu or JG or whatever we're going to be calling this project here. Do you think Ethereum will bounce during a Bitcoin crash? If it does, it's going to be impressive. Focus Vision. This is why I'm switching to the Forex market. Stocks and crypto are making me lose hair. Yeah, look, man, just because we got to talk about crypto here does not mean we cannot talk about other markets. There's always money to be made somewhere, right? It's mainly a crypto channel, but at some point in time I was doing, day trading on stocks. I don't mind looking at other stuff. There's always money to be made if you know where to look for, right? So you might be looking at other stuff right now to be hopefully trying to make money, right? So Jeju here, we're looking for some bearish divergence. We are not getting it. It's pumping a lot, bro. It's weird to see a project pump this much, particularly when we're not getting numbers. So I'm not getting like the best read in the market. Why is it pumping a lot? I'm not sure. It's a young project. It might be one of those, you know, meme coins that's just starting and for some reason is going to the moon right now. I mean, these projects, people tend to bet on them to get quick rich, but a lot of people end up getting, end up suffering from this. But, it's fine. If you want to make money, turn a quick buck. You can buy this, projects that all they do is, just come out, pump a little bit from inception, then go back to die. If I were to get a measure here, I'm not even thinking, it's not going to give me anything because there's no data. So I'm not getting a percent rally. So I'm not sure how much this has pumped or not. Does my indicator give me buy signals? Which indicator? Collecting history? Which indicator, man? Alright, so on this bit, right, from here. Low to high. We're coming from a high point to a low point here. Right, creating bearish divergence, action downside. We've just been struggling. And again, I don't know this project. Here we had this divergence, bullish for action to the upside. Look at that, right? Bump on that. That was great. But we had some bearishness on the 4 hour, so we're getting mixed indicators. Apparently, this one prevailed. We were going higher. Now here on the 1 hour, we have bearish divergence. It could be that we play more on the 1 hour because there's really not a lot of information for this project on the 4 hour or even on the daily to make proper calls. So it could be that we should be looking at the smaller timescales, right? There's something else other than Bitcoin. You're a boomer. Oh, David, dude, there's a lot of projects out there. Cardano's okay. Ethereum's okay. Link's okay. There's a lot of projects that are trying to do things. So, anyways. Hash Brown says, yo, Hash Brown, what's up, bro? I'm not sure if you're the same Hash Brown, but you're a Hash Brown. So, there might be another Hash Brown. I'm not sure. Seeing 20,000, yeah. Collecting history, man. What indicator? What I look at, what I do, I make my own ins. I'm looking at where my areas of entry are. So, all right. That's it for Jeju. I still have ICP and ADA to go to. Let me go here to the Bitcoin real quick to explain something here on the 4 hour. So, right. 3 fallen peaks. I know the pattern. We know the pattern. Could be going for a lower drop, and that drop could get the price of Bitcoin here to the 27,000s, maybe even here 24,000. This is from the daily. I'm just gonna send it back there because I'm gonna show you this. On the daily, we broke out of a triangle, and that move puts us very close to that $23,000 mark. So right now, what I will be looking for is maybe get some pattern completion on any of this. If we hold support at 30K, I might be looking to get an in here, right? Putting some money there around 30K for an entry. If it drops more, I could be looking to add more money here around 27, because that would be in a bull market where we're expecting to drop. If it's a bear market, we would be expecting to drop here. But by the time we're dropping here to this $25,000 mark, we are almost on our way to hit the pattern measure move for this triangle we broke, which would give me another area to add value to a position, maybe around that 24. And we know, because we talked about this, right? We're breaking a parabolic advance. What happens when we break a parabolic advance? We tend to have drops of 80% in value, right? And that's no joke. Look, from high to low here, we dropped around 85%. From high here, right, to low here, we dropped around 84%. So here I went a little bit conservative and I just said 80%. But if we're looking at an 85% drop from high to low, we're looking to hit, 9,000s, right, on Bitcoin. So I would be waiting for some supports. Maybe, like I said, add some at 30, add some at 27. Wherever we're hitting areas here on this chart, on the 4 hour, right? So I'm going to get out of here. Let's bring the Bollinger Bands out. Let's get a log scale. And let's go to that 4 hour chart again. So my areas to add value would be at 30,000, that's support. Maybe some here at 27, maybe some here at 24, 25, and then maybe 23, which is what we're expecting this hit still. But by the time we're sinking to here, I'm gonna be waiting to add a larger chunk of my value at around the 10,000. So that is if we go for that 80% drop that Bitcoin tends to go for after it breaks the parabolic advance on the last 2 cycles. Whether or not we get there, it's a whole nother story. I would still be willing to add more at a lower value, right? So that's why I'm waiting on Bitcoin right now. Not taking profits, not doing anything. I'll be willing to add to my position. I just need to find the areas of value that I want to add more at, right? Adam, we haven't done B Pro. I'll just put that one here, man, right? On the list. But that's fine, man. I mean, there's people that like to do day trading. That's fine. I could do day trading. I just don't like doing day trading on crypto that much. But, you know, it's fine. Am I in a short? I haven't opened a short yet. I don't like to short the market. I don't like to long the market. I like to buy and add to my position. So to answer your question, I am not in a short right now. I am thinking about opening a short, right? I'm thinking about opening a short. And the reason for that is that we just confirmed this break on the last candle, right? That's why I hadn't opened a short yet. But remember I told you guys yesterday, if we break this level, we're going to go down. We talked about that. So we have potential 3-round peaks. We even had a potential head and shoulders here that could have been forming, but we negated that when we went down here and broke this line. And I had this line for the last 2 days. We knew it was an area that if we broke, we were going to look for action to the downside. So I could be looking to open a short. Like I said, I don't like opening or shorting the market, but you know, anyways. Daniel says, if you're not shorting, you're getting wrecked. It really depends, bro. You could be increasing your position in actual Bitcoin, right? When you short, you're not really owning Bitcoin. You're owning. That's why I don't like the market for shorting sometimes, because your contracts are not Bitcoin settled sometimes. And when that is the case, you're really not trading Bitcoin. You're just trading a representation of Bitcoin. You're basically betting on the price of Bitcoin to go up or down. And that's money that's not going into the crypto sphere. That's money that could be going straight into Bitcoin to help it pump, or at least the crypto market to help it rally. But no, people are more interested on betting on the price, like blackjack, right? You're not owning the chips. You're just betting if you're going to go red or black. Here, what's happening with long and shorts is you're buying contracts, but they're not physically settled. You don't have to, deliver Bitcoin. Just if you lose, they take your money. That's it. They might not even have to deliver Bitcoin on those contracts. They are losing. Yo, guys, thank you very much for the follows and the subs. A lot of what's ups there. There we go, man. Thank you all for the awesome follows. I really appreciate that. Yeah. Low says, I'm talking nonsense. Right. You're entitled to your opinion, bro. Betting blackjack, black or red. Yeah, well, it's just a way to put it, right? You're going long or short. You're basically betting on the outcome of the market. It's like some futures contracts that are not physically settled on Bitcoin, right? That's money that could be going into Bitcoin, but it's just going to futures contracts that could be going into crypto, right? And this is money that's not physically settled on Bitcoin. There are contracts that are not physically settled. Just remember that. And that's just basically betting on the price of Bitcoin to be somewhere. You're just not physically buying Bitcoin or selling Bitcoin, right? Owning and saying you're long on Bitcoin doesn't mean you're owning Bitcoin. Trust me, it's different markets. I know that. And when I was back in trading, I would tell you I was long on copper. It just means I had a large position of copper, right? Doesn't mean I was betting on the outcome of copper in the future. I was just holding copper for long term because my outlook on the market was the price of copper was going to be higher. Same if I was shorting copper, I would tell you I'm short on copper. Means my copper position is small because I'm selling quickly because I believe the outcome of copper is small. For short, remember, there's different types of trading and the terminology applies the same way. And I used to be in physical commodities trading for about 8 years. So I know what I'm talking about here. TVI. You can earn Bitcoin trading inverse perp. Yeah. Anyways, let's keep rolling, man. Still gotta go through some of this projects, right? Had an awesome stream so far. I like it. It's been good. Did we have B Pro? Yeah, we had a B Pro. Let's go ICP and then ADA and then B Pro. That's what's up on the queue, right? Bitcoin's trying to bounce. Great. Like I said, the 4 hour, that's why I haven't removed this divergence here, right? Because we haven't confirmed that we've broken it. We're breaking it right now. Still got 20 minutes to go. So probably by the time we finish B Pro, we can come back, round off to the Bitcoin and see how it's doing. Let's go check out ICP. With this volatility, what physical commodities Bitcoin similar to? None right now, to be honest. ICP at 88.48. Let's get here on auto adjust. So, all right, the ICP chart we have, it doesn't have a lot of data here on the daily. The only thing we can look at is volume. Volume's decreasing, price is decreasing. We're not getting anything here. Not getting anything here that is bullish. We did create some bearishness, hidden bearish, for a rejection near that 20 moving average, right? From here to here. From here to here, it's just very short here, man. Anyways, careful, roll it, brother. Yeah, I know. We're sold at 21.43, man. What I said, next year it's a good time to buy Bitcoin or Ethereum or hold for the long term rather than them buying now. Jason, dude, that would be entirely dependent on what happens from here to the end of the year. We know there's a lot of things that have not materialized on the market. The hyperinflation, the printing of dollars, have not seen that full impact. We're saying, a lot of people are saying we're seeing that impact. You know, prices are starting to go down on a lot of things, which I would agree to a certain extent. But I don't think we have fully measured the economical impacts of COVID completely. And those are going to have repercussions. Those repercussions we're going to see in the market. So right now I would say we got to wait a little bit more to determine what the outlook for the next year is going to be. Until at least we get a better picture as to how things start to progress. All right, so let's do ICP here. On a 4 hour. Low, lower, low, negative, less negative, I think. Let's check here. Oh, 1.60. 1.46. Low, lower, lower. We're sold at 26.30. With that, we have bullish divergence, potential for action to the upside. We're looking for a small bounce to happen. Hopefully, like we're saying with Bitcoin, just Bitcoin is negating it right now, but hopefully Bitcoin can pull up a little bit more, have that bullish divergence, and hopefully we could start talking about action to the upside, right? We're looking at, a good move up to that 20 if we go there, which we don't know yet if we're going to get, right? We're going to very likely going to be following Bitcoin here. Let's go to the 1 hour chart. Low, lower, negative, more negative, and low, lower still. There's nothing here that is bullish, at least not in that larger term. Look, in the short term, from here to here, we're looking at some bullish divergence for potential action to the upside, right? Low to high. And we are over sold at 19.86. So again, we should be looking for some action to the upside. Strong bullish divergence. It's very, very short term. I don't like it when it's short term, but look at this. I'm sorry, guys. To some extent, seeing wicks like this, it shows bullishness, right? We did have them here. They didn't play out, but this means that we're rejecting lower prices, right? We've almost undone this candle. Could we repeat and still go red? Maybe, but here we didn't have bullish divergence, right? Low, lower, negative, more negative, low, lower still. Here, at least in the short term, we're creating bullish divergence, which means we could be tired of the sell-off and we could be looking for some action to the upside, maybe coming up here to that 20 moving average at $98, which would be $10 higher from where we're at, which is a little bit over a 10%. We're looking at an 11% pump from current price at 12 almost. So we're looking at a 12% pump. If this bullish divergence triggers and gets us up to a 20 moving average, it could be an okay gain on the short term. But again, the overall conditions of the market still look a little bit bearish, at least until Bitcoin starts to recover. Oversold at 19.44. Let's go check out ADA. He's still on tweeting something? I just someone said something about Elon, so I'm not sure. I don't think he said anything here, so interesting. All right, let's keep rolling. All right. Anthony Carr, EDM. I always play EDM. Is the only music I play here? You're correct, Citizen M. Anyways, ADA. We haven't done it on the daily yet, so let's start doing ADA. High to low, high to low, and high to low. Low to high, negative, less negative, low to high. Nothing bullish. Neutral at 45.70. Again, it's holding okay. Did it lose as much as Bitcoin? It lost almost as much as Bitcoin yesterday. It didn't hold as good as Ethereum. But it is trying to hold its ground, and it's not losing as strong as Bitcoin. Remember, Bitcoin here, the price of Bitcoin has been going lower every time, right? It's going here and then here. So Bitcoin's going down. Alts have all shown this pattern where it's going slightly higher. Now, remember, upsloping patterns tend to bring exhaustion and bring us back down. So could be looking for some kind of exhaustion happening. We might get more breakdown overall. Hopefully that's not going to be the case, but that is a read. I'm sorry, guys. Thank you very much for the sub, bro. Another round of subs. Thank you very much for that, man. Appreciate it. Low to high, high to low, right? Bearish divergence, action to opposite. Low to high, negative, less negative, and low, lower. Right, there's some hidden divergence here. Just from here to here. And from here to here. Right? So there's hidden bullish. That's the only thing I'm looking at that could bring us maybe some action to the upside here on Cardano. Hopefully that'll be the case. I didn't look for Ethereum. I remember seeing this on Ethereum. But I'm gonna have to go back and look at it real quick. Sorry for leaving Cardano real quick. Low to high. Negative, less negative, low, low. Alright, Cardano's also having this one. I just didn't, sorry, Ethereum's also having this one. I didn't see it when I was looking at it, but I'm glad that I found it now. So we're gonna go with this hidden divergence. And this divergence here, I think we're losing it on Ethereum. 1948, 1999. Again, just like Bitcoin, right? We seems to be losing this divergence. I'll go back to ADA, finish ADA. We can always round back off to these coins. I just didn't want to forget to draw that line. Anyways, that's it. Low or negative, less negative here. So ADA here has some also strong bullish divergence against the MACD, not against the RSI. So hidden divergence against the RSI and strong divergence against the MACD. They're both bullish. We should be looking for action to the upside. Hopefully that's gonna be the case. Sold at 30.82. Let's go to the 1 hour chart. We'll take a look at VT Sherman. 70% Cardano staked. Yes. Okay. High caught catfish. Is that a joke? Yes, I like fishing. To feel better, flip your charts upside down. Yeah, look at this, right? Let's do this, man. There you go. Everything's pumping. Yay! Inverse pumping. Right? Inverse winning, man. Who keeps doing the what's up? Peter Schwartz. That's when someone subs. It goes, what's up? What's up? And then I can do this what's up. And I'm getting tired of the what's up. So I might switch it to something else when people sub. So I'm not sure. I might improve that. We're bullish on people, though. All right, low, lower, negative, more negative, low, lower still. Nothing here that is bullish short term. Low, lower, negative, more negative, and low, lower still. Oversold at 23.74. Remember I told you on RSI alone, you could be looking for an entry. We could be looking to cool off here, pump back up, bring this back up to neutral. That'll be the only thing, man, that I'm looking at right now that says, yo, the only reason that I could find for this to go up is we're oversold 23.25. We could be looking to cool off a little bit. We're looking for that rally before we get another leg down. Might be the case, right? That's it for ADA. Let's go to B Pro. Dirk, wreck today? No, I'm okay. I'm not selling, so I'm okay. Whatever I already have, it's still on hold. Marcus, will Bitcoin continue to dump? Probably. That's what we've been looking at. I should game on the stream. I don't game, bro. I don't have a lot of time to game. So, and I've just been sitting here for like almost 2 hours now, just doing TA. Because you guys put requests and I just keep on doing them, right? I stopped gaming a long time ago. My gaming days are behind me to a certain extent. I used to be like a crack at Halo. And then right now I just haven't gaming in a long time at FPS. And I just, last time I sat down and played something, I was like sucking majorly. I just probably lack of practice, but I need to get back into gaming at some point in time. We'll see. We shall see. Something happened here. Ooh, 5 resubscribed. Thank you very much for that sub, bro.
Audience, say it with me.
Legendary, man. That is awesome.
Thank you very much.
All right, so we're looking for that bullish divergence, right action to the upside. We didn't get it. We're just moving sideways here on B Pro. We're not getting that action we're not getting neither of the actions, right? Bitcoin, a little bit like Bitcoin, right? We're coming lower every time. So we could say, here, negative two more negative. I was gonna say we're not getting neither. It looks like we're going sideways. And it kind of looks like we're going sideways, but we're having this strong bullish divergence, kind of like Bitcoin. We have it against the MACD. We have it against the RSI. So B Pro should be looking for action to the upside on the daily, right? That's what this will tell me. Might go for that 20. That 20 sitting at $0.005. 0.004 right now. It's current price. So we're looking for a potential pump happening there. Neutral, sold at 34.73. Let's go to that 4-hour chart. The 4-hour chart going high to low, and high to low. Low, lower low, negative, less negative, right? So there's some strong bullish divergence here happening against the MACD. And again, that could lead us to where you start seeing some price action to the upside. Hopefully, we can maintain this divergence in check. Oversold at 27.37. A lot of chat happening here, man. XRP top 3 when I see done making fool of itself. Yo, yeah, I agree, man. XRP could pump when the SEC stops that, but if we're in a bear market, I don't think it's gonna do it any good, right? We might see a pump and drop. Jags level 43 Protos in StarCraft 2. Nice. Bullish TA on a Subway sandwich. Congrats, bro. I hope you enjoy your sandwich. I think we get a second bull run this year. It's a bear stage. Dude, look, I don't think we've topped MS, but I think we should be looking for action to the upside. Just we're not getting any indicators right now. Everything right now says bearish. What's up back at you, bro? Thank you very much for subbing. Someone else subbing. No, I think yes. Thank you very much for that. Thank back at you. Hello, have you done TA and dot? No, I haven't. No one's requesting it yet. No time for gaming, only crypto. Oh, dude, I know that rolls, man. Your state champion, paper rock scissors. Yeah. I used to kill it at paper rock scissors. Isaac Williams, rewind 4 minutes. Thanks, guys. We'll check it out. Right. Matic doing okay. All right. Every time Bitcoin goes up, 100. Right. Is BitBoy my cousin? No. Why would you be asking that? I don't think I look like Bitcoin. I don't think I sound like Bitcoin. But why is BitBoy my cousin? That's weird. Pete. God. What you want? Yeah. Thanks. Yeah. Bro. Dirk. Or no, who was it? CFC. Why do you think Bitcoin's my cousin? That's like the weirdest comment ever. I'm Mexican, by the way. I live in Mexico, so I think I don't think we're related by a long shot. Let's go to B Pro. This is weird, man. That's like the weirdest comment I ever heard. Anyways, guys, if you like what we do, hit the like, hit the bell, and hit that sub. You're just having fun, not much going on in crypto. I know. There's not a lot happening on crypto, bro. It's just crashing, right? It's sad. Too low. Here we had some bearish divergence on B Pro again. If we were looking at this probably yesterday, we would have looked and found that there was this bearish divergence here staring us in the face. Just no one requested it yesterday. I gotta remember, guys, I don't have a preset list for the stream. I only look at 5 coins to begin with, sometimes 6. And that is it. If you guys don't request them, I don't do analysis on all the coins all the time. Right? Oh, is this not Big Boy's channel? No, it's not Big Boy's channel. Thanks for asking. All crypto YouTubers are family. Yeah, crypto fam, right? Am I tokenized? No. Should I tokenize myself? What is Untitled? Does that mean like you get to determine my pee and poop schedule? Have you had a DNA test? Maybe you are related. You both like crypto. Well, we all like crypto. Maybe we are all related. Well, lower, negative, or negative, low, lower still. Low to high is just very slightly, man. I mean, I'll have to zoom in here a lot, but look, low to high, negative, less negative, low to high. Sold at 31.19. We don't have anything here in B Pro that is bullish right now. Oh man, come on, B Pro. Let me zoom out again, make sure I'm not missing anything from a weird anchoring point. Low, lower, even here, right? This would be 27, 23, and this is 25. So yeah, nothing here that is bullish. Nothing screams bullish on B Pro on the 1 hour. Bearish divergence. For our chart, like I said, we do have this bullishness. Hopefully we'll try to manifest it into action to the upside, but that's about it. And on the daily, strong bullish. So strong bullish on the daily, strong bullish on the 4 hour. Bitcoin was doing that. Not sure if Bitcoin has finished its candle. I think it's about to finish its candle. So let's do VET, and then we'll go back to the corn and see what's happening there, right? Get some Seamus trading cards NFT. I haven't posted them for sale again, man. I need to repost them. I need to talk to Hash Brown from Team Huddle and do something there. Because last time I uploaded them in bulk, and I'm not sure if I can do that again. So let's go to VT. We did sell one, by the way. They are pretty sweet. If you haven't seen them, there are this little NFTs that we made for my birthday stream. That was in April, back when the channel was banned, and now we're back. So we're thinking about doing another crypto birthday stream here on YouTube. We'll see. Alex, thank you very much for that. By the way, Alex is here. He's a Twitch streamer. I think he might also do stuff here on YouTube, but he does help us out with the thumbnails for the channel, which is pretty cool. And Jake also has his own channel where he does top 10 subreddits for Bitcoin. So if you guys want to go check out Alex and Jake's stuff, you can put the links, I guess, guys. Alex, if it doesn't let you, let me know and I'll make you a mod. You're cool, man. I'll make you a mod here. Why not? Alex. Add moderator. Here we go. Have I heard the rumor that Jack Ma's supposed to endorse Bitcoin this week? I don't think he's going to endorse Bitcoin, man. I mean, if he does, he would basically be going against what the Chinese government is saying. And if he does that, you remember when he disappeared for about like a couple months after he spoke bad about the Chinese government? Do you think he's going to go and do something like that? Anyways, we had this Seamus McHuddle here, NFT made for the channel, which is really, really sweet. I really like it. This is the NFT. This is the channel mascot, by the way. A lot of you guys are new. You don't know. We do have a channel mascot. He is here. We have a physical representation of him. He tends to come out whenever we get to about $100 on tips, on donations. Not $150 worth of donations, which we haven't gotten in a while. But that is when Seamus comes out. Seamus comes out and play at 50. Sorry, camera not focusing. There we go. There we are. Awesome. Let's keep rolling, man. Thanks, Jason. I appreciate it. Yeah, you can post it, man. I made you mod, Alex. You can post it. That's fine. Right. So this is what we're looking at, right? We do have awesome NFTs made here. Let's go back here. By the way, this was made by Soka, I think. It's pretty cool. Let's go back here and do VT to the dollar now. VChain. Is it doing things? It's at 10 cents. It is doing things. It's doing droppy things. After rejection, right? So we're coming back down to that 618. We rejected very close to that 382. We rejected the 50 a couple days ago, even yesterday, and now we're below that 20, and we're looking for a retest maybe of this 9 cent mark, 9.8 cents. High to low, high to low, and high to low. There's nothing bullish. Last thing we have is this hidden bullish. Same consolidation that we're getting across crypto. And if I draw this line here as support, we're breaking that short-term support, which means we're going short-term bullish. That could mean that we are still looking for action to downside, right? We're broken the support line. That being said, neutral at 42.76. Let's go to that 4-hour chart. High to low, and high to low. Low, lower, low, negative, more negative, and low, lower still. Sold at 32.79 and low to high, negative, less negative, and low, lower still. All right, so like we saw with a couple of the other projects, we have this divergence from way back here, which seems like we're reaching, right? It's like we gotta go way back there to try to find something that might bring us to some bullishness. It is hidden bullish. It's not gonna be the strongest divergence that we have out there, right? We talked about divergences yesterday. It just means that we might be looking for some action. Oh, Jessica, thank you very much for that. Awesome. So, the markets also. Thank you very much for that. We're sold at 38.80. Let's go to the 1 hour chart and see what's happening there, man. All right, there was some bearish divergence here on VeChain, right? We just haven't looked at this in a couple days. Last time we were looking at this, we had that bullish divergence. Guess what? We did go up with it. So our call was good, right? The bullish divergence, actually the opposite pump on it. Great. This move happened till yesterday. And this move says, yo, bro, there is bearish divergence strong. There is actually a downside. And look at that. We're going down. All right, so if we would have looked at this yesterday, and this is today still. So probably yesterday we would not have found this still. Probably would have had some from low to high and high to low here. Bearish divergence would have gone down, found support, and popped. But now strong bearish divergence. This happened at 7 in the morning. Breaking us back down stronger. And we're starting to get this climb happening, right? To green. Are we doing anything here that is bullish? Low, lower, negative, more negative, low, lower still. Even here, low, lower as we're coming lower and low and lower. So don't have anything bullish. Like I said, we're oversold in a couple of the projects. What that tells us is that we could be looking for some reset of the RSI. That would imply that we should be looking for some action to the upside. So that is it for VT. Let's go back to the corn real quick. 2,800. Did we climb a little bit? We climbed a little bit, man. That is good. Do we have something bullish here? Not yet. Low, lower, negative momentum here at negative 230, negative 273, negative 284. So even more negative momentum and low, lower still. From way back here, low, lower, negative, low, lower still, and low, lower. So there's nothing here that is bullish. Let's go here again. Last thing we had here was this bearish divergence. Started breaking down. That happened a couple days ago. Yesterday at 9 p.m. when we were live, we were looking at this fraction downside. We're talking about maybe creating that other shoulder. Remember, for that inverse head and shoulders, it just didn't play out. And we knew that for us to not be in this strong fall and peak formation, we need to break this level here at 37,800, which that head and shoulders could have placed us at basically, but not hitting that put us on that bearish trend. We're looking for that action to downside. So let's go here on the 4 hour chart. On here, so we have that other 3 falling peaks, right? 1, 2, 3. We've been bearish for a while on Bitcoin, right? Look, we had this rising wedge. Again, there was 2 ways to look at it, right? Some people were saying we're within a rising channel. I said, no, it looks more like a rising wedge. I left both. Once we broke this, we did go down. And so that would tell me that the wedge played out. Also, the rising channel brings exhaustion. And the channel, we could say it was validated when we broke it. And then here we back tested it and we broke farther. But I could say the same thing here. We held a support, broke, and then, we didn't go back up and we just dropped still, right? Leo Detva. Panic? No panic at the disco. No one panics at the disco. There are a lot of people subbing. We're bullish on subs today. That is awesome. But we're bearish on the likes. What is up, dude? Thank you very much for that. We're bearish on the likes. If you like what we do, hit like the bell on the sub, man. We are 108 people watching. Only 68 likes. We are very bearish on the likes, man. Highest point of viewers we had was 127. If you like the content, you should smash a like for the YouTube algorithm. What that does is it tells YouTube that you like this content, and YouTube will promote this content to other people that might have similar interests to what you have, and that helps the channel grow. So if you really want to help us out, you can hit that, the like, and it will really be awesome. So we took measures here, right, for the pattern. Where those 3 fallen peaks gets us, right? There's ways to look at it. One target gets us here in a bull market. If we're in a bull market, we should be looking for a hit around 27,492. If we're in a bear market, we could be looking at a hit at 25,195 as we move to the downside. Now, on a daily, we were within this triangle that we did a fake breakout off to the upside just to revert back in. Try to hold support there for a couple of days now, breaking to the downside. What this will tell me is that if this triangle will break into downside, a measure move from the high point here to the low point here will be netting us somewhere around 23,000. All right, so 23,000, that's what we should be looking at for this move if we are to meet it to the downside. So are we done with the drop? Not yet. There are things that are happening here. Remember, Bitcoin on the daily has bullish divergence, right? Low, lower low, negative, less negative. So we are looking for some action to the upside. We close this 4-hour chart. We're struggling with the divergence here. Let me adjust here because it's looking horrible, but we're looking here for this move here, right? Did we manage to hold on to it? 259, 279. We didn't. We were looking for bullish divergence on the 4-hour, hoping it was going to hold. At the beginning of the hour, it was looking so good. We broke the 33,000 area of supports. Now we're facing him as resistance. Look at that. We're failing to get back above it. We're rejecting them. Still have a couple hours to go. We could try to revert back up to those channels or to those levels. It's just not the case right now. And if we don't get above that 30,000, that 33,000, sorry, next target of support, 30,000, right? We have that something similar here on this chart, around that 30K mark here, right? So we know 30,000 is going to be support. Below that, if we break that 30,000, we could be coming into these levels to meet the measure move, or sorry, not the measure move, the pattern move here of this through fallen picks. Now, how do we know that's going to play? There like we don't make stuff up here. There are books on trading. There's people that have written books on trading that we reference too. And look at this. 3 fallen peaks on a bull market's an 8 out of 21 that it plays out, and a bear market's a 6 out of 21 that plays out. The move of decline is 17% on a bull market and 24% on a bear market. That's where this targets come from, right? That's where the move should be going to. Sometimes we do fall short. Remember, in trading, nothing is for sure. We're looking at repeated patterns. The guy who wrote this book looked at, I can't remember, like 2,000 some plus patterns to make the statistics for it. So we do know that this pattern tends to play down, right? So we should be expecting maybe a little bit more pain to come. Sometimes patterns fail, right? Sometimes patterns fail. But just because we have it right now does not mean it has to play out. The break-even failure rate on a bull market is 12%. It means it has to drop 12% from where it broke to confirm, but by that time you're almost hitting that 17%. Right? Otherwise, if you don't drop that 12%, the pattern might be invalidated and we could turn back around. On a bear market, that break-even failure rate is 4%. We dropped more than 4% already because here this drops 5% plus this drop here makes it another 2%. So we're dropping over 4% from the pattern. We could still be looking for more pain if we're in a bear market. We could be aiming to meet this target at 24,000. Just remember, I'm not, what's the book called? The book called is The Encyclopedia of Chart Patterns by Thomas Bukowski. Again, I don't want to be bearish. I don't want to be a bear here and tell you, but I can also not sit here and be a bull and tell you we're going to go to the moon when the market conditions are not there right now. I'm worried about this pattern playing out. 1, 2, 3, right? It's going to bring pain. And again, when we've been bullish, like, you know, when we have bullish things to talk about, we've been bullish, right? Like the cup and handle, right? For Bitcoin. We also had another cup and handle somewhere else for Bitcoin. I can't remember where, but I think somewhere back here we also had a cup and handle. Maybe on this chart it was, yeah, cup and handle here, right? Look, cup and handle, right? So when there's bullish things to talk about, we talked about it, and the cup and handle here. Then we create another one here. Didn't get us the same result to the upside, but, you know, we did go up still. So when there is stuff that is bullish, we talk about it. When there's stuff that is bearish, we talk about it because we want to know where the market's going to go, right? Dirk, yes, the guy did his studies on Bitcoin, not Bitcoin, on stocks, but, you know, chart patterns are chart patterns. They are trader sentiments. Crypto's not old enough to where we can get all this same information that this guy has gathered from, you know, the stocks pattern. If you ask me, I think this book was written maybe in 2000 something. I can't remember the exact date, but I'll tell you the date of this book if I can find it here. 2005, so it was pre-crypto, right? Now, the fact that it's there doesn't mean it's going to play out. You're looking at patterns. You're looking at moves. You're looking at where it can go. If you have 3 fallen peaks, you know you're looking for action to downside. Why do people talk about, you know, if it's like if you came in here and all of a sudden you tell me, oh, don't talk about cup and handles. That's a stock pattern. Why are you talking about a stock pattern on crypto? Well, because there's a cup and handle. It plays the same way, right? Wyckoff, I think I played. I'm not sure where we're at on the Wyckoff accumulation, or if we're on Wyckoff accumulation right now. But Wyckoff distribution's playing, and I'm not sure if we're done with it. We know 30,000 is when we should be ending. We haven't finished it yet, so. Probably reject, no confirmation of trade, yeah. If you like this 20K, yeah. If the stock market crashes also, yes, correct. What are my thoughts on Wyckoff? I already told you that. Same market makers is the same market makers that run Wall Street, so the patterns are the same. Yeah, it could be, man, right? Here we do have the whales though that come in and toss wrenches that make things move weird sometimes. Is Sportman on my radar? No. Wyckoff was a great guy. Yeah, Wyckoff was cool. My thoughts on Wyckoff? I think it's okay, man. Like I said, we played to the downside of the Wyckoff distribution. Now we gotta wait to see if we're on Wyckoff accumulation or where we at here on the Wyckoff. Because look, I'll do this again. We've done this plenty of times in other streams, so not really worried about doing it right now. Where's my Wyckoff? Here we go.
More than anything, please explain why every old coin is so heavily tethered to Bitcoin? Even independent networks. Heart, thumbs up.
Yo, thank you very much for that. I appreciate it.
Audience, say it with me.
Legendary reward.
Thank you. Thank you very
That is
much.
awesome. Give me one quick second, man. I'll tell you that in a second. Just let me show you this. I want to show something real quick before I keep on moving here. All right, so we know this is the Wyckoff pattern we're looking at, right? That top's here, this top's here, that UTDAD is here, and this bottom part here is when it gets muddy because we don't know if this here is this part here, and then, you know, if this here is going to be this drop here that we still have not gotten. That's where we're at right now with Wyckoff. Some people say that this here, this drop is this one, and this two drops that we got here is this and this. That could be the case, right? This one and this one. Which means they're still paying to come on the Wyckoff distribution, right? We still have not dropped to where we're supposed to be going, right? So again, very interesting, right? Some people say that this small spike here that we get here is this spike here, right? If this is that spike here, then we should be looking at maybe Wyckoff accumulation, right? That is here. Right, we get that low, then we don't have that lower low, so now we would be creating, right, that like low, higher low, low, higher low. Now we're coming to this lower point here, which would be our ST, and then we're gonna figure out where we're gonna go here on the Wyckoff accumulation, right? There's another one that has a spring test, which if this is also this point here, that means we still have to go lower, and that point lower could be these areas here, right? So we're still figuring out where we are with Wyckoff, if we're in a Wyckoff accumulation, or if we're done with the Wyckoff distribution. Like I said, the market wasn't decided, still looking a little bit bearish. So yeah, Mike, I was asking from the same time. Yes, Mike, thank you for being here, man. Much appreciated.
What's up?
Yes, 5:30 Eastern. Yes, so yeah, that's cool. So tomorrow, guys, remember we're gonna be on the Mike Dutch channel for a interview. 5:30. It's gonna be Mike, Tino, and I talking crypto. Hopefully, we'll be cheerful, even though the market's going down. So a lot of people might be shorting and doing good profits. We're getting market action to downside. We've been talking about that for a couple days, so it's fine, right? Let's get this back to candles and keep on rolling with this, man, right? Again, bearish divergence, bullish divergence. Trying to see if it's gonna hold, man, right? This one here, we know we didn't kip, right? We already checked this on the 4 hours. We didn't kip it. We're going. This is negative momentum, 261. This is 278. It's more negative momentum. So this divergence is no longer there to save us, right? 3 fallen peaks pattern. We are confirming that to some extent. I believe we're in a reaccumulation after the decline in Wyckoff. The volume seems to... yeah, look, we could be on a Wyckoff accumulation. Like I said, we're still trying to determine where we are, right, on the Wyckoff accumulation. So we could still get moves to the downside. We can even come to that 30,000 and still be on that Wyckoff accumulation. And this could be our spring test, right? Again, this could bring us here to a spring test. So still have to figure out where we're at, right, with that Wyckoff accumulation. I'm not ruling it out. Someone did pose a question earlier Because more than anything, please explain why every altcoin is so heavily tethered in Bitcoin, even independent networks. That's because Bitcoin was king, right? A lot of them came from it. It's not that they're strongly tethered to Bitcoin, is that Bitcoin is such a big percentage of the market still that when it moves the market with it. It's like if you asked why is the Dow down, and every company within the Dow it's also down. Well, the Dow moved down, it's the biggest index, so it's moving everything else with it down, right? Or a lot of the companies within the Dow is moving down. So crypto's moving down, that means Bitcoin's moving down, and a lot of the coins within crypto are moving down with it. Some are moving less, some are moving more, some might be actually positive, but in general most of the market's going to be down because Bitcoin's going down. That's just how it works. S&P, right? S&P 500. Why is S&P 500 down? And most of the companies within the S&P 500 are going to be down, right? Some might be positive, but if the S&P 500 is red, most of the companies in it are going to be red. So that would just be like a quick answer, right, to why everything looks to be so tethered to Bitcoin, because Bitcoin is the biggest player in the market. Bitcoin's 41% of the market. If Bitcoin goes down, we're expecting everything to go down with it, right? Does leverage count towards overall market cap? I'm not sure, man. If it's not physically settled, I don't think it will. Because those are, like, you're buying futures contracts, right? When you're doing the leverage, you're buying contracts. You're not actually buying Bitcoin. So I don't think it's counting towards the actual market cap. And like I said, if it's not physically settled, you are not going to see it impact Bitcoin. It's money. Look, the futures contract is such a big market, but for me, it's like a gambling, right? You're betting on the price to go high or low. If you want to buy Bitcoin, you want to hold Bitcoin, you cannot hold a short or a long and say, oh, I own Bitcoin. Because you don't own Bitcoin. That long doesn't entitle you to own a Bitcoin. You would have to go and acquire Bitcoin. You're just buying a representation of Bitcoin. And basically, you are taking the position that in the long term, Bitcoin is going to have a higher price. Now, before this derivatives markets were out, like, the long and short and all this other stuff, to be long and short on something meant something a little bit different. So, and I was making this explanation earlier with the copper. So if I were buying a lot of copper or gold, I would tell you I'm long on gold because my expectation for gold is that it's going to be worth a lot more in the future. So I'm accumulating to sell long term. That's why I'm long on the market. Now, if the price of gold was going to go down and I'm feeling like I need to offload my position, I would be short on gold, meaning my position of gold is smaller than what I would want it to be because I'm offloading that gold off to the market because the expectation of the price is that it will go down. That's what it used to mean to go long and short. That's why you would be going long on gold or short on gold. I mean, you have to squeeze the market, but if I flood the market with gold, it's probably going to drop the price, so I'll be shorting the market, basically. Mike says I trade inverse perp, so he trades in coin. He owns the coin he trades with. Yes, see, that's correct. If you are doing that, then you are actually using coin. So, but like I said, there's a lot of them that are not based off Bitcoin. You're just basically trading on a representation. That is money that is not going actually into the crypto sphere, right? If people were using that money to actually buy Bitcoin or use an inverse perpetual contract, that would be physically settled, and that would add to that Bitcoin acquisition and the actual price of Bitcoin, right? So it's like when you long a stock, basically you're borrowing that stock to sell it in the long term. But when you short a stock, you're basically borrowing that stock to sell it right now and rebuy it later on at a short price because you believe that price is going to be lower. So again, there's a couple of definitions out of long and short, whether or not it's physically settled. But with stocks, shorting it, you're selling it right now and you're going to rebuy it. It would have promised to rebuy later and pay to that guy. So that's why you get liquidated, and then you have to rebuy that stock at a higher price if the market didn't go the way you're moving. But yes, it's interesting how the markets work. So also we've talked about, the 3-month price and why the 3-month price for metals is important. And that 3-month forward price, when you look at forward pricing for metals, is because it used to be the time that it took for goods to go from England to India and India to England. So you would have to look for a way, you would be selling your goods right now. We had to price them at the value that we're going to have 3 months forward when they arrived at the location. So that's why you say markets in contango and backwardation. Remember, we talked about a while back what it meant to be in contango, what it meant to be in backwardation. When we're in contango, that means that the futures price of the asset and the current price, so future price is higher than current price, the outlook for the asset is still to be higher. When we're in backwardation, it means that the future price of the asset is lower than current price. So when we're looking at, and we had good examples to talk about this, even when the oil futures were going down, there was backwardation because the current price of oil was lower than the futures price, meaning that the outlook was that the price of oil 3 months forward was to be lower because of the problems that we were seeing with this pandemic. But yeah, they use Tether a lot. Yes, and that doesn't add to the actual Bitcoin, right? That's like you're buying a representation of Bitcoin. You're basically paying the value of Bitcoin or some value to basically trade a Bitcoin contract that is not physically settled, meaning that you're just using dollars to bet on the price of Bitcoin to go up or down. And I'm saying betting. I mean, I know it's leverage. People use it as trading. I do tend to refer to going long and short as betting, because you're basically looking at the outcome of the market over the long term to determine whether or not it's going to go high or low. I know I shouldn't say betting, but it's something that's always stuck with me since I used to do trading, longing and shorting on those kind of markets. I always consider them to be betting to a certain extent. There's a higher risk of manipulation happening, which I guess is where Tino's market maker strategy comes into place, because market makers do move the markets to cancel and liquidate some of those longs and liquidate some of those shorts. So if you want to do, I guess, longing and shorting, you could go watch Trader's Reality. He does really good content. Mike also talks about that in his channel. By the way, Mike has an awesome YouTube channel. You should also go give him a sub if you haven't. But Mike also talks about that, right? And that's basically longing and shorting and where the market should go from a markets maker mentality to where they would shift the market to their benefits so they could close some of these positions and take that money so they could keep on profiting long term. Yeah, all the 10 times longs you got liquidity tonight. Yeah, see, that's why I don't like longing and shorting. So if you would have longed on Bitcoin on the hope that the inverse head and shoulders here that we were looking at earlier, or a couple days that we didn't know if it was going to play out, your outlook was, oh, these inverse head and shoulders could play out, and it didn't. Now you're screwed, right? Because you probably longed the market. And remember that inverse head and shoulders was looking something like this, right? This was 1-to-1 shoulder, and then we were looking at this as the head. Oh, snap, it didn't move with me. This is the head. And then we were looking for it to maybe rise and create this other shoulder here, which it didn't, right? We went for the drop, and we were in between are we going to be making the 3 fallen peaks, or are we going to be doing that inverse head and shoulders? And like I told you guys, this pattern tends to be tricky because at some point in time, the inverse head and shoulders looks like a 3 fallen peaks. You're doing 1, 2, and even this other shoulder might fail to get higher than this previous high. And you're looking for that drop, and whether or not you find that support, maybe some divergence, to find that support and create that other part of the inverse head and shoulders, right? So I do believe that even if I go here to my book of knowledge, that's what I referred to, or my book, or the mighty book of something. I always call it something different. 374. I'm gonna go to this page. So I'm gonna go here real quick and show you this. Right. Inverse head and shoulders could at some point in time start looking like, particularly here, right? Look at this, 1, 2. Here you're not quite meeting it because you're not going lower than the previous low here in the valley, but on here you are quite going lower, right? So 1, 2, 3. You could be looking at a 3 fallen peak pattern to some extent, or even here 1, 2, 3, right? So you could be looking at 3 fallen peaks with the shoulders being created here. I hope you guys can see that. I cannot zoom this book anymore, or I might, but the picture might not come in clear. Here we go. I might go with this, right? Anyway, so 1, 2, 3, right? We could be looking at that 3, and then you're gauging whether or not this is going to go drop lower. So if you kind of invalidate that, that's why I like to have about a 5% maximum drop from one shoulder to the other. If you're getting more than a 5% drop, I don't think the head and shoulder is going to play out, and we could be looking at 1, 2, 3 fallen peaks and to go lower. Now, yeah, so it's interesting how sometimes you're between patterns and you're waiting for definition to get here on the market so we could try to look at something better, right? But again, 3 fallen peaks, remember we talked about it yesterday, 2 days ago. We've been talking about this pattern, looking at it. It's still holding on its head case zone. Yeah, it is. It is. Let's zoom out here and let's go to this chart. I don't have it as an AK zone. I think I have it a little bit larger on the zone. But it just, actually on my chart, it dropped that 33,000, right? It's to reclaim 33,000 to be within that zone. Remember, here my targets were 37 to around 33, or even 40 to 33. You could be talking about that. Yeah, that part to go slightly lower because we did go lower here, right? But that still managed to close above this target here at 33,009, which if we managed to reclaim this zone, we could say that we're still within that range that Mike's talking about. That is the 8K zone that he's talking about, right? That 42, that 32 that we have not broken out of yet. For me, it was a tighter. I do believe that breaking this zone, there's not a lot of support between that 33,000, that 31,000, or even that 30K. So if we fail to reclaim that 33,000, it's a quick drop down here. For me, there's not a lot of support here, and we can look at it and go back here and say drop here from where is it then? Am I there yet? No, I'm not there yet. Here it is. Right, 30,000s, right? So we're looking at this area here, and as you can tell, there's not a lot of support back here, right, for Bitcoin. There's not a lot of love for Bitcoin back here. Price of Bitcoin right now is down here. So you can tell the drop from here, right? The rally from here to here was really quick. We might find some support here on 32, which is probably where Mike's looking at. But there's not a lot of support. It's just one area that we hit once, maybe twice back here. So I'm thinking that the drop here might be much, much quicker. But we seem to have hold this area. That's why I said 30K could be still a good support earlier, right? If you remember when we zoomed out, we talked about the zone 30K holding, right? Even 31, 30K holding support. So as I'm looking even lower, but I think what Mike's looking at is probably some support there at 32,000, which would be fine. I don't have anything against support there. But I think the next area of support is probably around 31,300 because we've hit it plenty of times here, right? So once, twice, 3, 4, 5 times even here resistance, right? So that 31,000 could be a good area of support. So even 30,000 here, we wicked it twice, right? Or even this might be 29,000, but 30,000 here is 30,000 that we're looking at, and that held plenty of times. And then 31,000 also held a couple times, even support here and support here as well. So that's why I have my areas down there as support. Sorry guys, I know this chart's messy, but it's the most accurate chart that I have with all them lines. I know it's a pain to look at, but it is where we hit and tend to find the most accurate stuff. So yeah, so 31 might be a support. On this other chart I look at, I have support down here at 30,000, right? I know there's support there. We even wicked it when we dropped back on, when was this? May 19th, right? So we are looking for right now, I'm more concerned about the 3 fallen peaks than anything else, because we know that if we fail to hold support at the 30Ks, 31, 30K, we know this pattern, it's nasty, and it tends to come with a drop to much lower areas. On a bull market, we set 14% drop usually. On a bear market, it needs to drop 25%. If we're in a bull market, we need to get confirmation. 12%, it's a throwback. That's how much, or the break-even failure rate is 12%, means that we need to go deeper than 12% down for it to play out, which basically just puts it at meeting the pattern almost. If it is a bearish market that we're looking at, that drop, that break-even failure rate drops to 4%, meaning that we need to drop more than 4% from break-even, from the break line or confirmation line for it to trigger. And we are looking at that potential, right? Again, not all patterns always hit their measures, particularly in crypto, because yes, this book comes from stocks. We established that, but we are looking at areas where we could go ahead. We know that Bitcoin has had a history of not meeting these targets, but that's where we could go. So I'm really hoping this support holds so we don't have to see a lot of pain, but maybe dropping to those levels would not be bad. Could be what we need to get the next wave to come in. I know we're breaking the, and again, this is gonna sound repetitive, but I know we're breaking this zone here. Let me go here on auto. Let me get here on the weekly. Let's get on log scale. We know that when we break this parabolic advances, we tend to see 80% drops on the price of Bitcoin. We're to measure from here to here is about 84. From here to here is around 85. And we're already measuring and say, yo, I'm going to be kind. I'm going to say, yo, 80% drop gets us to 11,000. 85% drop gets us to 9,000. We drop down here. And if we drop down there, we know we're going to be closing all the gaps that we left on the way up. Now, hopefully that's not going to be the case on the Bitcoin futures, because we've also left gaps up here on the Bitcoin futures, right? Remember, look at the daily. We have a gap here, we have a gap here, and we have a small gap here that we left on a drop from yesterday to today. But we do have gaps here that we haven't filled, and that this gap here is at, you know, the 25s, 24. Then another gap here around the 18s, and we have this small gap here around the 9K. So that's what I'm saying. An 80% drop, 85% drop from breaking that parabolic advance gets us to this level. It's gonna be painful. Anyways, let's see the chat real quick. Max says looks fine to me. Yeah, like a 29K. Are we in a bear market now? Watching home. I don't want to call it a bear market, but it's certainly starting to feel a little bit more like it, right? It's starting to feel a little bit more like Christmas or something like that. It's undersold, the bottom Bollinger Bands, and there's a hidden bullish divergence. It's versus sign. Preparing for war. Yes, there are some indicators that we're looking at, right? The daily, particularly in Bitcoin, is not as bad. We have bullish divergence. We are sold, right? We're about to get across here of MACD under the signal line. That could be bearish, right? Remember, we also brought this other chart where we have our ribbons or bands, or what we're going to call it. Like everything here seems to be pointing out that we're still going to be in pain. So just keep that in mind. Welcome distribution on Bitcoin, kickoff walk-up accumulation on ADA, right? All right. It could be the case.
What's up?
Grinder! Thank you very much for being here, man.
What's up?
Back at you, man.
What's up?
Oh, we have a couple of subs coming in. Thank you very much for that, guys. Awesome, dude. I need to change that what's up. At least make it just say it once, because it's coming lately with all the subs. I'm glad you guys are subbing to this, and I really appreciate it. But all the subs are making that what's up become too much, I guess, for a lot of people. So we gotta change that. You feel gonna bounce back before dropping lower, dude? Right now, I'm looking at the bullish divergence that I was talking about, and I'm praying that this holds. Otherwise, again, 30,000. We could still drop here, man. Look at this, right? We're going from negative to positive. We want to anchor to a negative momentum island. So we're still could be looking for more action downside. Could it play from here? It could, man. We still have it here against the RSI, right? And the RSI could be enough to get this bullish divergence to play, and we could anchor from positive or from negative to positive. It would be like going from negative to zero, right? Which could be the case, but it's better when we anchor to a negative momentum island. It has a little bit more strength. And with Bitcoin dropping to these levels, at least the 31,400, we still have this divergence where we could be anchoring from negative to less negative momentum and still have here a higher point on the RSI and still be with bullish divergence. I don't think this bullish divergence is done, right? I don't think we've fully matured it or created it. And we're still looking for maybe a little bit more action downside, right? Max, you bought Ethereum at $10,000 at 4,000. Oof. Yeah. The majority of people holding. Jessica, that's a strategy, right? Is the majority of people holding, or should we be selling to getting cheaper? That's a strategy. I was telling you guys. There's different strategies. On the way down, you should be adding to your position. Dollar cost averaging in. That way, when it pumps again, your exit point is much lower, and you could be making more profit quickly. Some people like to sell and buy back lower and get a larger position quickly. But the fact that we might go lower right now is not a guarantee, right? We're nothing in crypto and nothing in trading is a guarantee. We just look at, expectations of what we've seen happen in the past and project them to what might happen. So we know that this bullish divergence might bring some action to the upside if it holds and if it matures, it becomes that. If it doesn't, we could still be looking for more pain. Someone said, look at Discord. I'm in Discord. All right, so Firebeer70 said fallen peaks on Wyckoff says something. Look, we're gonna bounce off more or less $1 if it happens 3 to 6 weeks till blast off. Right. So yeah, the drop. Andrew, I would say check if you're looking at this as 1, 2, 3 fallen peaks here, right? 1, 2, and 3. I know it looks tiny on your screen, guys. Just bear with me for a second. Draw your line. That would be somewhere around here, I guess, right? That you broke, and then go for that 14 to 27% drop and see if it meets your about dollar target, which is where you're looking for your bounce. And if it hits, then yes, your Wyckoff accumulation could be in play. Right? Again, just to address that real quick. Thank you for pointing it out. Bitcoin keeps shouting out in pain. Yeah, it does. Bitcoin doesn't look its healthiest right now. Guys, where am I? I'm trying to find something real quick that I need. There it is. I found you. I need one of these things for my throat because I can feel my voice starting to go a little bit weird. It's your guy. There's some bad news in the UK about cryptocurrency. Oh, was there? That sucks. Thanks Heaps for explaining it. Yeah. Yeah, it's all good. Thank you very much for being here.
What's up?
What's up?
What's up? What's up?
Someone else. Thank you very much for that. I think some of these might be repeated for some reason. I just think this keeps on repeating them, which is weird. Thank you very much. Or they're not. They're not repeated. That is awesome. We're getting new people in. That's great. Hit the like. Yeah, if you guys like what we do, hit the like, hit the bell, and hit the sub, right? We're a little bit bearish on the likes. We have over 111 people watching, only 85 likes. If you haven't done it, hit the like. If you're liking the content, hit the like. Am I using StreamYard to manage my stream? No. I'm using OBS and Restream to go off to different platforms. Which I'm not sure how I'm doing on the other platforms. 3 people watching on Twitch. Thank you for being here, guys. Yo, Mike, I know that feeling. Hitting multiple likes. But if you hit it twice, then it just becomes null. Because, you know, you like and then unlike. Yeah, so it's all good, man. It's, you know, crypto's, yes, it's moving down. Bitcoin is creating that bullish divergence. I know this chart's cluttered, but I'll go on this one real quick to explain. What we're looking here in Bitcoin is not entirely bad, right? If we go here and look at this pattern, I'm going to draw here over the other pattern that we just broke out of. We could be on a downsloping channel, and downsloping channels tend to get exhaustion of sellers, and they tend to break to the upside. So just remember that so long as we stay within the channel, right? So from here, if we manage to stay within the channel, we should be looking for some action to the upside, maybe. Which I don't think it's gonna be a channel. I think it's a triangle, and I think the pattern looks far deeper on that daily. And the other projects, right, like Ethereum and the other ones that we've looked at, the rest of crypto, let's say, it is making this weird ish pattern where we're looking at some kind of triangle formation depending on what chart we look at. In some charts it looks a little bit more upsloping, particularly if you want to consider this point down here and go like that, right, which could be within a horizon wedge of sorts. And those patterns tend to bring action to the downside, right? They are also exhaustion pattern for the buyers. So good, like if this is the case, then on these projects we could also be looking for, you know, maybe a bounce and then action to the downside, right? So again, those are some ideas that to play with, guys, right? Here, right, we've talked about this also. Look at Ethereum breaking this line. Remember we talked about the support line? We have to close this day above that support for Ethereum. This blue line here, that's acting as support. If we break it, we go on the short-term bear trend, and that could put there's the crypto moving down. Support one? No, it's not on my radar. Thank you for asking. UK has plans to ban all cryptocurrency. Public officials say they don't care if people lose their life savings because they have been warned. Ooh, that is not good. I mean, see, this is starting to become a show. El Salvador is saying, yo, welcome crypto people. It could be that they're trying to drop it so they could acquire some at a cheaper price. How are you feeling about resistance levels on the rebound? They're there, man. They're the same levels. So, you know, we could be looking at about the same level, Joshua. I think you're assuming you're talking about Bitcoin because you didn't specify which coin. But resistance here at the 33,000s again. Resistance here at 35. A minor resistance here on 36. Another resistance here at 37. And resistance around the 40s. So those would be the upside. Yo, guys, thank you very much for that. Thank you very much for the subs. Ruby says, I just started crypto and can't believe things are crashing. I'll tell you, believe it. I mean, nothing wrong with things crashing. Nothing goes up forever. There's pullbacks, there's retraces. There's no asset that's just gone up forever without any kind of pullback or retrace. So, yeah, I'll just say, careful. Teslas? We haven't looked at Teslas, Andrew. Preparing for war says, I'm drinking some rum. Everyone else is drinking? I'm not drinking right now, man. I'm just drinking coffee and water. It is Monday. When this is my full-time gig, I might drink on a Monday, right? To each your own, yeah. Are we? I'm not sure. Oh, snap. We have gone insanely high on subs today. You're correct, May. 4,250. Isn't that cool? Thank you very much, guys, for the support. I appreciate that. Like 30 people have sub today. That's amazing. Yeah. I'll go back to ADA real quick. We'll see what's going to happen here. We gotta see what's going to happen here in ADA. Is there a shift? I don't think there's a shift. Is it still going down? Oh, it looks horrible here. Let's auto adjust. Here we go. All right, so someone here, Redline Venom, had set a diamond formation on another chart, which we didn't have. Or another time scale. I should just remove this because I had it here. But anyways, we're still coming up high. We're still coming low. There's nothing bullish or bearish on the daily. Neutral at 46.47. Already looked at this in the 4 hour. We're still a little bit lower, and we're still looking for this divergence, remember? And I still think we might have kept it here, but not with this new candle. 0.0179, 0.014. All right, so 1714. From here to here, we're cool. This one needs to pump more. Otherwise, when we anchor to here, we no longer have it. Against the RSI, we do have this hidden divergence still. Fraction to the upside, and we talked about it also, right? And it could be accompanied by this divergence that we're getting here to this candle. But again, it really needs to start pumping now to get rid of this, to maintain the strong bullish divergence in the MACD. Otherwise, we're going to get rid of it on this candle. It's 4 hours, still got time to go. On the 1 hour, low, lower, low, negative, more negative, and low, lower still. Nothing here in the short term that is bullish, right? Low, lower, negative, more negative, and low, lower still. Maybe the shorter time scales might have a clue for us, right? Something hidden. Sure, low, lower, negative, less negative, right? In the half hour, look immediately. Remember, when you don't find the reason why the asset is pumping on the time scale that you're looking at, drop one more. You might find the answers there. Look low, lower, negative, less negative, right? Again, strong bullish divergence, potential for action to the upside, starting to get that rally. We're probably below that 20 moving average still. Yeah, target right now would be that 20 moving average at 1.58. That's what we could be looking for a move to happen. Heather, thank you for being here. Good evening. So let's see for ADA on a rush, because we already did ADA more in depth earlier. I think a lot of people want to go back 2008, 2009 and buy more Bitcoin, Ruby. Bitcoin investment to the moon. All right, Christina, Alex, you're going to get probably silenced or timed out by the mods, I guess. Yeah, see, someone timed you out. I'm sorry about that. Yeah. Can we compare today to 23? What do you mean? I don't think you get it. You want to look at today on ADA? On a daily? To, what? May 23rd. Right, so you want to look at this as if it was a fractal of sorts? So you want to basically say that... I'm not sure what you want to do, Andrew, but you say compared to then. So I'm assuming what you want me to do is kind of look like this is a fractal. So say that what's happening here or what happened here on this area would be something similar to what might happen here, maybe on this area or something like that. I'm not sure. Bring facts is in the house.
What's up?
Are you bringing facts today, man? How you doing, man? How's your vacation going? Thank you for being here, by the way. I'm not sure why you want me to look at this here, man. I mean, yeah, kind of like it's 3, 1 green, 3, right? So we can say 2, 1 green, 2. I'm not sure why you want me to look at here, man. It looks better on the 4 hour. All right. All right. So May 22nd. So we're looking at something here. Yo, what's up, dude? Thank you very much for the sub. T Dot, what's up, bro? They've been here. DGB, yeah, sure. That is awesome, bro. Oh, you're looking at, all right, so I need to get this on lines. And you're looking at Wyckoff accumulations. Let me bring that over again. Though, Mr. Wyckoff. Mr. Wyckoff accumulation. All right, here we go. I'm not gonna be able to fit this here. I can't remember which one you're looking at. The one with the spring test or the one without the spring test. I think you're looking at the one without the spring test right now. Right, so your Wyckoff is this point here is this point here. This point here is this point here. Then we don't get that spring. I think that's what the one you were looking at, right? But we did get this small spikes happening here. And now we're getting somewhere around here for the action to upside. I think that's what you were looking at, right, Andrew? If this is not the one we're doing yet, right? This right now could be this part here, and this one just shrinks, right? To where we're looking at probably coming back down here to go for that spring test. All right, so you're looking at this one then. So we should be looking for a drop somewhere. Oh no, wait. Where am I here? Low, low, and then that higher low somewhere around here, and then maybe come for that spring test. Yeah, it could be, man. I mean, we still don't know which one we're doing or which part of the Wyckoff accumulation we are at. Right? But yeah, it looks okay. Right. So I might have grabbed the wrong chart. I'm not sure. Might have, but look, let's discuss it off the air, and then I can bring it in tomorrow. Let's go to DGB. And let's go back to our candles. DGB at 5 cents, 5.79 cents. Oh no, what's it doing? Is it doing magic? High to low. Ooh, dude, what is this here? This is tiny, bro. Jeez. So high to low as well, and high to low. Yeah, there's some bullish divergence here from here to here. It's not exactly doing what Bitcoin's doing right now, but it's kind of similar to what Bitcoin's doing, right? Done low to high here also. So there was some bullish divergence, right? For that action to the upside here. Going up, hitting that 20, rejecting about the same level, right? So we could say that even here, as the price is the same, right? We're going sideways. Then we're going from negative to positive, creating medium bullish divergence, and that still implies a possibility for action to the upside. If you want to target from here, once it drops slightly more, we could go from here to a lower point and then go negative to less negative. negative to positive and go for that bullish divergence still. So we are looking at some kind of a medium bullish divergence right now on the daily for potential action to the upside. We are breaking below certain zones. What I'm going to do here is, since these fibs are no longer valid because we just done so much more sense, what I'm going to do is I'm going to bring this here, and we could look at different fibs, different way to fib. One is to look at this bottom here, go to the high, but I think I'm going to pick a bottom somewhere in here for our fibs to work with. All right, say DGB, I'm going to get rid of this one, so I no longer need them. And go with some fibs from maybe somewhere around here. Ooh, am I in lock scale? I am in lock scale. That's why they look weird to hear. Let's get a lock scale. Now let's go auto, and here we go. That's what I'm looking at right now. All right, somewhere from here to here, we have done a deep retrace to very close to that 786. We're rejecting, getting back to that 618. Great day for shorts. It's a great day for shorts. I wore shorts today. Was that an omen? I'm not sure. Might have been. High to low, high to low, and high to low. I'm not looking at anything here that is bearish. Low to high. Low, lower, negative, more negative, and low, lower. Still, there's nothing bullish here in the 4-hour DGB. Trying to attempt a sort of rally here after being sold. This thing's sold still at 35.90 without anything that says, yo, we're gonna go somewhere. Like, there's no call here to be made. From back here, low to high, and low to high also. So nothing here. Let's go to the 1-hour chart. Low, lower, negative, more negative, and low, lower still. From going back here, and like I said, with other of the charts, it feels like we're reaching for something to try to make sense of this, but this is a move, right? This is the move that we have right now to go with. Oversold to maybe slightly less oversold. I'm going to have to measure. We might not even have it. 28.90, 28.70. Still slightly less. I'm going to have to zoom in here, man, just to confirm. It's about the same level, man. We could just say it's sideways, because it's just so short, but it's still nothing bullish there. So let's get rid of this, man. There's nothing bullish here, man. Even when trying to reach from way back there, we have nothing bullish. Do we have something bearish? No. Low to high, negative, positive, more positive, and high to a higher point. Here, we could say that there was some bearishness, but this also looks very messy. Looks very messy out there, man. All right, that would lean for a move from here to here, and from here to here. So there was some strong bearish divergence for the move down, but I would attribute this to mainly the overall crypto sentiment and the overall crypto move. We are sold at 35.81. What's wrong with this, man? Thank you all for being here, by the way. If you like what we do, you know what to do. Hit them likes, hit them bells, and hit them subs. We're still bearish on the likes. But if you like the content, hit that likes. It's awesome when you hit likes. It's your guy. Credit card companies have to worry about hackers as well. Yeah. You gotta remember something. Cryptocurrencies do pose a threat to government power. He controls the money, controls the power. Right? So he who prints the money controls the power also. If they have no way of printing more Bitcoin, their new economic way of functioning goes out the window. If they cannot seize your accounts, the whole stop his accounts thing that they do with banks when people are under investigation, things like that, becomes an issue because they have no control over you. I think John McAfee once said it, and he was like, you know, crypto brings you true freedom because no one can stop your transactions from going. No one needs to ask for a bank. Does it pose certain threats? Yes. I mean, right now, imagine you had over $2 million or $5 million or $10 million or any amount of $1 million. You go to a bank and try to cash it out. First of all, you're not going to have that amount of money there. Second of all, first thing you're going to do is sit you down for an investigation as to why you need to withdraw that money. When it's your money, you're entitled to it. But no, you need to explain why you need your money. It's my money, I want it. No, that's not a good enough answer. Why you need $10 million cash right now? There could be things that happen, right? Or let's say someone got kidnapped. They do want to make sure that you're not under any duress or stress for withdrawing your money. But with crypto, you don't have that, right? With crypto, you can send payments. No one needs to do anything. Right? Or Argentina, Brazil, El Salvador, Mexico, Panama. What's that? We're 5 countries are trying to fully adopt Bitcoin, and Bitcoin is at a discount. I haven't heard anything on Mexico, and I'm here, Double V. Where do you hear Mexico's trying to do something with that? Let me know. El Salvador, I know. Uruguay, I'm not sure. Argentina, I don't think they will do it. They are having problems. Brazil might. Let me know. Preparing for war, I appreciate it, man. Yes, it threatens the government policies and what they can do and cannot do. Crypto becoming strong and important, and countries adopting it as a sovereign, or as what was the word that we used? Legal tender changes the whole game, because all this, it brings more, probably a lot more de-dollarization of the major economies, because you can hold your reserves in crypto instead of the dollar. You have a little bit more backing than if you have the dollar, I guess, because at least it's a capped asset, right? It's like, not even gold is that scarce, because gold, you can always smelt gold that is already there, which should be like recirculating supply. You can always find more gold or try to mine for more gold. So we don't know really the full supply of gold that is in the planet until we finally say there's not enough gold. And even by then, people might find ways to, just grab sand and try to get whatever gold or whatever minuscule amount of gold is there, because it's still going to be highly beneficial. Well, crypto mining, we know it's topped at 21 million Bitcoins. At least for Bitcoin, that is the case. That's it, no more. There'll be Mexican politicians tweeting at El Salvador and now changing profile pic to laser eyes. Which, dude, send me that on the Discord, please. Paraguay legal tender. Nice. We might see a lot more of these countries follow, right? I did say earlier on the stream, we might see a lot more Latin American countries follow that example from El Salvador, and that'll be extremely, extremely interesting. Remember, guys, we're also on Twitter, right? You can also follow me on Twitter. You can engage with me on the Discord. If you haven't done it yet, you should join the Discord as well. So let's keep rolling here. And I am hoping that you can send me that tweet. I want to see it. I want to bring it live. I don't want to go hunting for politicians' tweets to state the point. If you have it, it makes it much, much easier. Nice, thanks, man. I appreciate it. Been live for about 3 hours almost. I'm still here. Don't worry about it. But we might be thinking about wrapping it up soon. I do get work tomorrow. Also have an interview that I gotta be rested and shining for. Thank you, Mike, for bringing me tomorrow into your show. It's gonna be awesome. I still have a little bit of water here, and I'm doing good. Right, guys, so I'm gonna be right back. Stick with me for a second. I haven't gotten up to go to the restroom or anything, so I'm gonna be right back. I'll leave you with some awesome music. We did talk about this yesterday, but let me know what you guys think about countries starting to adopt Bitcoin as legal tender. We discussed it yesterday, but there's a lot more people in today, so start discussing what you think how it'll impact Bitcoin if countries start accepting Bitcoin as legal tender, right? I'll be right back. I'm back. Let's see what's going on. Thank you guys for sticking with me through that small intermission. 2 people coming in saying they're awesome. Can't log into Discord. Should swap back to the Bitcoin chart. Yeah, I'm sorry about that, bro. I'm back on the Bitcoin chart. Here we go. It's tempting to recover, but it's not able to make it right now. Gonna be interesting to see what happens here. Midnight. So I got the tweets here from LV. I'm gonna show them real quick. Institutional investors are continuing to buy up whatever they can. But retail investors have paper hands. Again, the gold. Yeah. Francisco Sanchez. All right. I mean, the laser eyes. I wish I could say that just putting the laser eyes would be enough, but that is it is not enough, right? Until they say it, just using laser eyes could be a trendy thing. So I'll be a little bit more reserved just because they're using laser eyes in their profiles. Interesting though, right? I'd rather get some news to sustain the claims that, you know, they are adopting it. Yeah, sure, Andrew. I'll check it out, man. We can talk about it tomorrow. Good morning. What a bloodbath. Oh, Carthier, you're here, man. Thank you for being here. Facts picked up more sats. That is awesome. Day is very telling to their financial system. Yeah, Venezuela is the worst. I know. They are having a lot of problems but they also have a lot of restrictions in Argentina. The government was really cracking down on how many dollars you could buy per month. I think it was some crazy thing like that. You had to report anything over like $200. It was crazy. You feel it's gonna fall to 28k. We do have targets around that area, so that's fine. Could be a good entry level. I drive your car to the shop with basically no brakes. You should get your brakes replaced first, also, May. The master cylinder replaced. Is the master cylinder? Signs of the times. Yeah. E-brake. Yeah, you're correct. E-brake. JCT, what is up, bro? Thanks for being here. The Beast system. Triple gains tax in El Salvador. It's really good for the poor. Choose Bitcoin invest. Yes. And they are welcoming people that have crypto. Static pumping. They have said so look, these are some of the news, right? Chinese government agency issues blockchain development roadmap, which could be okay. Bitcoin users will get help relocating and working in El Salvador. So if you want to go to El Salvador and you're a Bitcoin user, you could, in theory, relocate there. I'm not sure if you want to go live there, but they will help you relocate. I'm not sure how much they're going to be giving you. Help settle foreign workers. That's awesome. Management, yeah, all right. If you have Bitcoin, you have residency at El Salvador, but they don't say how many Bitcoin you have to have. No property tax, no capital gain tax for Bitcoins. It will be a legal currency. Immediate permanent residence for crypto entrepreneurs. I want to go to El Salvador, man. I might be applying. I know El Salvador is controlled by cartels. I know the MS-13 is there, so we know that, right? Latin America embraces Bitcoin. It might be here what you were talking about, right? Now Paraguay, the sovereign legal theory is starting to take shape. That's awesome. So I think this one might. All right, Paraguay makes a similar move. Doesn't say anything about about Argentina, Mexico, and Brazil though. But I mean, it wouldn't be weird if we start seeing that follow suit, right? To some extent, that'd be awesome. T-Field's holding up nice. Yeah, there's some projects that are not dropping as hard. Now we could be looking at a small rally here happening. That'll be fine. We just taking some nasty falls here on Bitcoin, and then we could be looking at a continuation, right? We know there's things that are pointing us to the downside, right? Patterns and things that are saying drop. We talked about breaking this level, right? We talked about breaking this level where we would go, and as soon as we broke it, look at that. We took a nasty drop. We take another nasty drop here. Between two drops. Now we could be trying to, chill a little bit before we keep on dropping, maybe stagnate. We don't have anything bullish here, unfortunately, to, help us hold. We really got to see what Bitcoin's going to do, man, right? And in the meantime, the main trend for it, it's looking like it's going to go to the downside. Oh, dude, capital gain tax is robbery. Yes, it is. Yeah, dude, your money already got taxed. You're putting your money into something in hopes of getting a return. You're assuming all the risk. All they're doing is, you made more money on your money that already got taxed? Well, you got to share it with me because, you're taking the risk. Oh, don't worry. If you lose money, I'll just give you a small tax break that might not even be 100% of what you lost. But when you gain, we're going to share. But when you lose, you're going to get screwed. Yeah, it's weird. I'm not for capital gain tax. Carthago, considered El Salvador or one of the other new places. Yes. I've been saying, why haven't, there's not been one country that's come out and say, yo, guys, this is going to be a crypto haven. Companies can come here to develop cryptocurrencies. We're going to become the Silicon Valley of crypto, right? Period. You get tax breaks, you get, bonuses for, being here and developing the economy and hiring more people to develop on the blockchain and doing all these other things. You're going to get energy breaks, and we might help you set up some, solar farms so you can mine Bitcoin more efficiently or mine cryptos more efficiently and go green. No country has come out to say that. The first country that comes out to say that and becomes the Silicon Valley is going to take, it's going to gain, first mover advantage, I guess, on the field. Because everyone's been like, oh no, crypto's threatening our sovereignty. Oh, crypto's threatening us. And everyone thinking, oh no, we're going to take this currency. Now we're going to have capital gain taxes on it. No one's really taking a pro-crypto approach until, El Salvador is starting to say, yo, this is going to become basically a crypto haven. We're going to make it,
It's not much but showing my support for the channel.
Yo, Jeff, dude, I really appreciate that, man.
Audience, say it with me.
Legendary, man. That is awesome. Thank you very much. Bro, don't feel bad. Look, anything helps. That's awesome. I'm glad that you're able to, give me that donation, and that's awesome, bro. I really appreciate it. Thanks for the support. Yeah, Chinese how they're fun around, but yeah, probably Mega Mitch. All right, you've probably been asked a lot. You're wondering if you think Bitcoin's gonna get dropped to 20K. You're wondering if you should buy. All right, we're looking at a potential drop to happen still. We don't know if we're gonna try to attempt a rally here or go for something else. Right now, we don't have anything that would suggest that we're strong enough to rally from here. So the fact that we bounce somewhere around here, back here. But next support should be around 30K, 31K. Vishal, thank you for being here, man.
What's up?
The three fallen peaks gets us targeting somewhere around the 27 to 25,000 area. Again, we know there's support around the 30K, so we might try to. We could be that we don't drop that far. But three fallen peaks, we knew that breaking this line was going to bring pain. And we've seen that pain already, and that's what we called for the last 2 days. We were looking at a potential inverse head and shoulders to form, or three fallen peaks, and we knew that if we're going to get three fallen peaks, I said, yo, if we get three fallen peaks, breaking this line would be a great opportunity to short, and we broke it. Right? I don't like shorting, but I did state it yesterday. It was going to be a great opportunity to short. You call your Wells friends to pump Bitcoin. Please don't sell. Yes. Started to hate Elon. is like a person who's smart, does know. Yeah. Should you sell or hold Bitcoin? Dude, I cannot tell you that, unfortunately. You've asked plenty of times. No one can tell you what to do with your money. It's not financial advice channel. We're just discussing crypto's potential moves. TA ETH. I already did ETH. I'll go to it again, Original Gush. Give me 1 second. Wyoming's doing that. Yeah, Wyoming is trying to become the Silicon Valley on the US, but the US still very not pro-crypto, and capital gain taxes are going to put a damper on this, particularly if other countries start to become super friendly and say, yo, guess what? Come here. Do everything. We're not even going to give you capital gain taxes because, you know, it is legal tender. Sounds a lot more appealing that, you know, well, do it here in the US. You still get capital gain taxes. You're going to get smacked with a lot of regulation. And we don't know yet if it's still going to be legal or illegal later on, but, you know, come over here. Singapore, yeah, Singapore is also very pro-crypto, Mike. You're correct. Liberland, what's it called? Love Wyoming. Bro, don't worry, Jeff. It's fine. Like, Australian dollars, it's still dollars, man. You know, I really don't matter, man. I'm really grateful for the kind donation. You still looking like an epic dump. Taco Tuesday. Yeah. Don't know if it's gonna be Taco Tuesday though. Mike says sell your Bitcoin to him. I'm Kadoobie. What? I'm MC Doobie. I didn't get your name. You get time to buy. I'm not sure, bro. You can determine that. Remember, the power is yours. 80s cartoon commercial or 80s cartoon ending, right? The power is yours, Captain Planet. I'm not sure, man. You decide what you want to do with your money. Louis, yeah, what's up? Please tell if Bitcoin's gonna down or up. Dude, right now we're looking at a down, and like I said, I'm not sure if we're gonna take a small break here before we go farther down. Again, 3 fallen peaks. We talked about the pain. We're getting the pain. We don't have anything bullish right now. So let's. Someone said Ethereum, so let's go check ETH. I just realized I don't have my glasses on. I was like, something looks weird. I haven't had my glasses the whole stream, and I'm not wearing my contacts. So ETH. A little high. And again, remember Ethereum, we broke this line. If we fail to reclaim this blue line by the end of the day, we could be in some pain on short-term bearishness, and might go into this area here. We're going to have some support at the zone, right? Even back here we had support. That's what I'm calling this a zone of support that we could find for Ethereum, but coming back on this zone would be probably not the best. Neutral at 44.54, some bearish divergence, very slight here. It's pulling us back down. On the 4-hour ETH, we are creating this bullish divergence, right? So we have bearish on the daily, we have bullish on the 4-hour. We're not getting coinciding variables. We're getting different data that suggests you different things. This would suggest that we were trying to find support, maybe try to rally on Ethereum. And like I said, this we have to hear. If this doesn't recover, right, doesn't pull back in, we're going to be in pain with Ethereum. And the reason I'm calling this one is because from here to here, right, coming in low, negative, less negative, right, to here. But this one, it's getting rid of this, right? When we go here, we're going to get rid of it. So we need it to pump a lot more to get rid of this to maintain this divergence. Otherwise, we're shaking it off. We'll still have it against the RSI, like I said, right? This larger hidden divergence that could give us some stall. But again, we might go the way of Bitcoin. Sold at 36.04. The 1-hour ETH. We're looking at bullish divergence here, probably when we started the stream, right? This was 9 p.m. Yeah, 9 p.m. Look at that. We're looking for some bullish divergence here. Naively, we were looking at that, and then we just dropped more. So we're shaking it off. We don't have anything bullish on the 1-hour Ethereum. And with that, even from back here, right? Low, lower, there's a negative here, and then there's a low, lower, low, negative. Two more negative, and in here, low, lower still. So there's nothing bullish, just we're oversold. 27.07, and that could just mean that we want to cool off a little bit. Maybe come here, hit the neutral zone before we actually drop back again. It could be okay. We're going to start to consolidate, and by the looks of it, you know what this consolidation is, right? It's upsloping consolidation. Upsloping consolidation tends to bring action to the downside, right? It's an exhaustion. It brings exhaustion. It's like when we have a bull pull and a bear flag, right? This was a bear pull, and now we're flagging, and it's looking like an absolute consolidation. That is bearish, tends to break the downside. Sometimes they don't break the downside, right? Look, here we had impulse down and then downsloping consolidation, expected to break the upside, we broke the upside. Impulse up, upsloping consolidation, broke down, right? So impulse down, upsloping consolidation, breaks down. Everything that is consolidating upsloping will tend to bring exhaustion and break down. Everything that consolidates to the downside brings a seller exhaustion, and then buyers take control, and we tend to pump back up. That's how the markets work when we're looking at this impulses, right? Look, this was all upsloping, right? We get exhausted, we break down. This is like a pull. So I wouldn't call this downsloping consolidation. We've pulled back down. Now we're gonna start consolidate again. If it's upsloping, we might break back down again. Anyways, right. Let me see if I can bring that up here, man. I'm gonna hide Fisher. Might actually have to hide this also. Sorry, one quick second. T-Connect. Oh, that's awesome, dude. Tea, mint tea, milk, honey, good for the throat. Let's keep rolling. Yeah, Ruby, that's how it rolls, right? Right on. So what am I looking at here? Bro, I never use this indicator. I'm gonna like Jason. Use the bottom as resistance. That's Bearish. You mean Bearish Divergence? I'm not sure, bro. I'm not even sure what I'm looking at here. I don't use this indicator. I thought it was like jaw, teeth, lips. What the heck is this? What time? Alright. Jaw length 13. So we're using the last 13 periods. Teeth length 8, lips 8. Jaw offset. Why is it offset? I need to I don't use this one, man. I never use this one, so I'm not even sure what I'm looking at here with this one. We're on top of the indicator all the way up. Now it's below. Yeah, I mean, we're just finding a resistance. It looks like a moving average of sorts. So what I will do is I'll hide this real quick and bring this one back on site. And it looks as though we're using about this line here, which is my 50 simple moving average, and that's the one we're using as support, sorta. And now we're below and using it as resistance. This is 20. So it looks as though we're looking at a couple of resistances there. It just shows you we're in a bear market. All right, that's fine. I would say that it applies the same when we're below the 200 moving average, right? The simple moving average, by the way. And what I'll do is I'll hide this. I'll bring this out. I'll go to this Bitcoin chart. I think this is the one that goes the farthest back. Let's go on the daily and let's bring this to the 200 moving average. And I would tell you that, this might tell you a little bit earlier whether or not we're in a bear market. But for me, this one is almost, I didn't change that where I wanted to. I think I changed it on the volume. 200. There we go. So on the daily, right? On the daily, every time that Bitcoin has been above that 200 moving average, has been a bull trend. Look, even here, when people talk about the bear market of 2013, we're not really in a bear market. We're just consolidating sideways. We're still above that 200 moving average. Bull market ended when we crossed below, and then we just stay below. And this was a bear market, right? This was the bear market of 2014 all the way to 2000 somewhere here when we broke it, October 2015. And we started a new bull market, right? So this new bull market, again, we are above that 200 moving average across this all the way to 2017 until we broke it here on March 2018. And then we confirmed we're going in a bear market. That bear market lasted until April the 2nd, 2019, when we pumped back above it briefly just to break back below. And then, this is when this new bull run started. And this one starts on April 28, and we started this new bull run that led us here. And guess where we're at right now? We're below that 200 moving average, right? We've been below the 200 moving average since May 19th. We tried to recover, but we failed. But we're still on a bear market. I would say that according to this 200 moving average, we are bearish, and I've said that before. I just not bringing it up that much lately, but we've looked at this before, and I've talked about this plenty of times before. We're in a bear market, right? Yeah. I'm gonna get it, man. I knew Nikki. Thank you very much for that kind sub. The Free Alligator says it's based on the 1 day Heiken and She candles. All right. Or for a daily close to confirm. 1 week after the pie cycle time. Yeah. There are that's what I said, right? There's a lot of indicators that we're bearish. There's other indicators that don't say we're bearish yet. They haven't turned. So some might be better to predict bullish or bearishness. I don't think we have bearish Seamus here on this. I don't think we have bearish Seamus. We haven't freed space for more emojis to be uploaded here on the YouTube membership, so I can add bearish Seamus. But we have the bullish Seamus. I wish I could inverse it. But don't worry, man. Why are we worried about Bitcoin, man? Look at Bitcoin. Bitcoin right now. Look at this. I'll make it magic. I'll make it feel better. Why is it not flipping it? Oh, dude, this is weird. There we go. Look, Bitcoin's going up. We had an inverse head and shoulders, and we're popping, and we're breaking this triangle to the upside, right? It's just red upside. Kidding. It's inverted again to where it's supposed to go. But if you want to feel better, just invert the chart. Be careful if you're entering. Yeah, we're still in a range, right? We just broken out of the range that I have. Again, Mike was talking about even 32,000. We know we can still go down to 31,000, but the main range, I think it's 37 or 39 to around 33,000. That is the range that we've been most within. We can still have some room to grow on that range, but we'll see. Am I going to pull an all-nighter selling conditional orders? No. I think I'm going to wait a little bit more to get some definition. I want to know if we're going to hit any of these moves, right? Again, breaking this triangle to the downside. Because we should be aiming around 23. This here, 3 fallen peaks gets us to where we go to 27, 24. We're getting indicators on different time scales that are suggesting that we're still got pain to go through, which I'm hoping is not going to be the case. But again, hope and what's there in the market are two different things, right? Broke a rising wedge or a rising channel to the downside. That's fine. This measure move's already been hit, creating a 3 fallen peaks, going down, breaking a triangle to the downside, right? Pain to come. Pain to come, right? On the daily, there's bullish divergence from here to here and negative to positive. Low to high that would suggest we're going to try to pump or do something, and hopefully that's going to be strong enough to where we don't fall a lot more. But there's a lot of things right now that are saying downside moves, right? I mean, I don't want to be bearish. I want to be the bringing of bear news. Even here, 1, 2, 3, right? 3 fallen peaks breaking down. We hear about this one also. We have it here also, right? 1, 2, 3. Breaking this. Upsloping consolidation would bring action to downside. We've talked about that. Thank you very much for that awesome sub. If you like what we do, hit the like, hit the bell, and hit the sub, right? Hit the like, hit the bell, and hit the sub. Yes, those 3 things. You can also join me on Twitter or the Discord. Discord's going out right now. Twitter's going to go out in a second. So that's going to be it for this, man. Let's go there and see what else. Remember, tomorrow I'm going to be live on the Mike Dutch channel, along with Tino from Traders Reality and Mike, talking crypto, talking chops, seeing what's up, how things are going, what could be in store for us in the market. We'll see how Bitcoin's going to be recovering by then. Whether or not there's going to be a rising consolidation that might bring more pain. We'll see, right? There's nothing bullish in the 1 hour. There's nothing bullish on the other timescales. Look, man, the easiest thing you can do is, set up an alert. Set up alerts so you can wake up whenever you need to. Maybe crypto is a leading indicator to all markets. Free up cash, right? I mean, we haven't done markets, dude. I haven't even looked at dollar index. Where are we at? 90? Did we pump? Yeah, we pumped on the dollar index a little bit. We're still, trying to recover, right? We broke this trend. We're going short-term bullish. We can see that we're going short and bullish because now we're on this small trend here. That's going to the upside that we have not invalidated yet on the dollar index. All right, so we know the dollar could still be trying to gain terrain, bouncing. Hey, it's going for that 20. Might reject it. We might break this again and go to another short-term bear trend. But right now, there's nothing bearish here, right? To look at. There's some hidden bearish. Sorry, let me correct that. There is some hidden bearish. I just noticed this. I didn't call it the other day because I didn't see that small. It's tiny, dude. It's just a tiny island there. But look at this. It's here. Very small positive momentum island, and it goes from here to here, right? Well, that's trippy. For some reason, it's also giving me. Oh, they just turned weird. See how I'm lifting here, and I'm getting on the bottom on the MACD and RSLs horizontal lines. That's very weird. We also load a high here, so there is some bearish divergence, right? Hidden bearish. Probably part of the reason we're going down. Could try to break this trend. If we break this. Dollar going to go down again. Crypto might pump up. Dollar index here. TJI. High to low. Sorry, not dollar index. Dow Jones. Still not doing a lot here. Let me do S&P real quick. High to low. Nothing here that is bearish still. FTSE. We're at London. Also same thing, right? Not a lot. Stagnation happening there. Nikkei. High to low to high. There's some hidden divergence here. Still tracks to there. Still the same. Toronto. There's really not a lot happening with the stocks. It's just been a little bit boring here. Texas oil. Same move, right? We just keep tracking to this. Still have divergence there. Potential fraction to downside. Brent oil. Exact same thing, I bet. Yep. Brent oil and Texas oil move the same. It's just they're worth a little bit different. That's basically on the crude oil price. AMC, oh man, sure, why not? AMC for tomorrow, right? AMC, I'm not sure how reliable TA is going to be because we know there's been manipulation in the market. Low to high, and here we're still coming from a high point to a low point. So this is 96. This here's 95. So we're going from high to low still, and we're going from low to high. So that divergence still tracking. I mean, AMC, I'm going to be very reserved, man. We don't even have fibs. Have we ever been at that level before? It's never been at that value in its lifetime. So we don't have more history to the upside. The only thing we can do here is try to project with some fibs. And even then, I would say we have to be very careful. We are above that 1618, right? That's the only thing I can do to project to the upside. We're slightly below it. So it means we just rejected it. So it looks as though we're flagging. So we're consolidating. Looks okay. Not too bad. Let's go to that 4 hour again. With the 4 hour, we come down here. We've hit support and bounce. We're creating hidden bullish divergence. Low point to a higher point, right? You're going to wonder what some of those lines are on the vertical. They are pre-market and post-market, or after-market and pre-market. Bullish divergence hidden, action to upside, high to low, positive is positive, high to low. Not a lot here. And on the 1 hour for AMC. Don't have anything bearish. We did create some bullish though, right? Some bullish divergence here for that action to the upside. So again, we did have something that would say, yo, action to upside. Whether or not we're done with this is still yet to be determined, right? Don't have it here against the RSI. But here, we can even go down to the 5-minute chart and see where the post ended. So high to low, low to high. There's some hidden divergence. That would imply that we might be looking for action to the downside in the opening for tomorrow for AMC. All right, look at high to low, right? There may be some stagnation on this hidden divergence, low to high. Right, even here, low to high and high to low here within the same right? High to low here, right? Slightly lower. So again, there could be some painting for MC, maybe some action to the downside. It'll be a little bit reserved with this one. When we'll see the Bitcoin price go up. Hello, sir. You didn't give the answer. Hello, Mr. and Shuman Kumar. Thank you for being here, man. I'm answering other people that ask things first. Basically, like a first come, first served channel. Thank you for requesting. When did Bitcoin goes up? When does Bitcoin go up? We don't know right now. There's a lot of bearishness. It's going up a little bit. Don't know if that's going to continue or not. I hope that answers the question. We've already talked Bitcoin plenty of times throughout the stream, bro. But, you know, just wait your time. I'm not here just to answer everyone's comment at a drop of a hat. I go through everyone's comments or try to go as many comments as I can. Sorry if I cannot get to yours as quickly as you would want me to. I do try to get to it, though. Guys, I think I'm going to be calling a stream here soon. It's already half past midnight. We've been live for about 3 hours and 30 minutes. I think Mike said he wanted to go live, so if he goes live, go watch Mike if you still want to see more crypto. Mike Dutch. Mike, dude, if you want, you can drop your channel and the link so people can go follow and sub to you. If you're still here with me, I'm not sure, but if you are, do that. And while you do that, I'll just go back to Bitcoin real quick to look at it and see where we're at. We're still negative. Are we still going positive on this candle? Very slight, right, on the 5-minute chart. Oh, no. The 1 hour, we just turned red again. Oh no, go figure. We are having again bearish momentum, right? We're not looking too strong. Look at this, still dropping. On what pattern? The 3 fallen peaks, right? 3 fallen peaks still playing us down. 1, 2, 3. Pay to come. We're not done with that. It's awesome, guys. Again, remember, you guys just be careful. There could still be paying to come for Bitcoin. We could still be looking for the 30Ks, 31Ks. If we drop that area, we know the pattern. This pattern, if we're in a bull market, we're looking at a 14% drop. If we're looking at a bear market, we're looking at approximately 24% drop. So be careful with those. And then we're also breaking a larger triangle on the daily that would net us around 23,000, right? So here, 23,000 on the 4 hour. We're looking around 40Ks. Sorry, not 40Ks. 25Ks and 27Ks, right, on this pattern. So just be careful, right? Just be careful. There we go. Mike has posted his channel. That is awesome. Someone says, can I do GM? I'll do GM real quick, and I'll want to sign off with that one, right? So GM, and then you guys can go watch Mike. He does awesome content. He's going to be talking more from the market maker mentality, while I talk more from the swing trader mentality. So he's more into the small day-to-day moves, how you can capitalize on those. I'm more on the larger swings. Take a couple days to play out. So it's 2 different strategies. You can also go check Mike. I'm going to be on his channel tomorrow. So if you go watch today, you're going to know what channel I'm going to be on tomorrow. We're going to do an interview. Tino's going to be there from Traders Reality. And it's going to be interesting. So let me do GME real quick. Low to high, low to high, and low to high. Everything here is good. From way back here, and it's way back here. We're going from a low point to a high point and a high point to a lower point, creating some strong bearish divergence. With that, we should be looking for some action to the downside. It's too large of a pattern, right? Considering that the RSI only considers the last 14 periods, but it still come and put some pressure on that price. Here, low, lower low, negative, less negative, some bullish divergence. And that would have implied that we should be looking for action to the upside here on the MACD, right, against the MACD. And then here, like I was saying, this is a larger pattern against the RSI, strong bearish divergence. Could bring potential for action to downside. On the MACD, like I said, looking for a larger move. Let me get here on auto. I need to see where we're at. And what I'm gonna do here is we have not made a valid retrace yet, right? We have not made a valid retrace. So I'm gonna get shorter fibs here as to where we could go, which I don't like this one. I really wish I could go from the low point here to the high point there and say, yo, we're gonna go here, but we're overextending already and we have not pulled back to 236. So that being said, I'm gonna be looking at a short move from high to low here to get some targets to the upside and see where we could go if we want to keep on pumping. Again, bullish divergence could get us to go to that 1618 at $66.99. Right now, sitting at $63.23. But again, the bearish divergence could bring us back down, and that's all I'm looking at here. On the 4 hour, it's looking okay. Can I have a quick look at DPW? No, Louis, man, thank you. I appreciate it, but I already said this was the last one. I gotta sign off. It's very late for me. I gotta wake up early tomorrow. There's stuff I need to do. But we might look at that tomorrow if you come and ask early, man. I've been live for 3 hours and 30 minutes doing TA nonstop. Starting to get a little bit burned out. My head's starting to like feel weird. I didn't have a good day today. Something I ate didn't agree really good with my stomach, and I crashed for like 3 hours after like lunch. So something was making me feel really ill. So I was not gonna stream initially. I just came in. I started to feel good throughout the stream, but right now I'm starting to feel a little bit weird again. So I might be looking for some rest time, bro. Right, rest time. Anyways. We had bearish divergence strong. We're pumping back down. We're creating hidden bullish. We're trying to rally in that, hitting that 20. That's where we close the market. We don't know where we might go yet. Let's go to the 5-minute chart real quick. Low, lower, negative, less negative. There's strong bullish divergence here on the 5-minute. Yo, thank you very much for the kind subs, guys. I really appreciate them. What's up back at you?
What's up?
Right. Anyways, we are creating this bullish divergence, which is strong. That means action to the upside, but within the same island, right? We pumped. Now we're getting here is some bearish divergence, right? We're going from low point to a high point, and a high point to a low point. So if we were trading this in the 5-minute chart, we should be looking for action to the outside at opening. We'll see how the pre-market works for Jimmy. But again, just be careful. Look, sometimes in the pre-market, we get moves, right? And sometimes those moves create divergences. Those divergences tend to have impacts on the price. So you have to, what we just done here, by the time the pre-market opens tomorrow, we start to get the pre-market information. You might want to be looking whether or not this divergence is triggering. If it triggers and it drops, and then we go, look, any low that we make here, even to that 20 moving average, is going to go from very little negative momentum to a lot more negative momentum. And that's going to create some hidden divergence, right? Going from here to here would get it to where it's creating some hidden divergence. And that hidden divergence could bring some support and maybe a rally or a pump from this zone. That being said, guys, thank you for being here. The Fourth Horseman. Yes, of course I'm still going. Sometimes my streams go long. Sometimes I try to cap them at an hour and a half, 2 hours sometimes. But a lot of things is happening with Bitcoin. A lot of people are scared. A lot of people are weirded out by what the market is doing. So I am going to be signing off, guys. Thank you guys for watching. If you like what we do, you know what to do. You should hit the like, you should hit the bell, you should hit the sub. You should also follow us on the Discord. Talk about crypto to your friends, to your family, and to your coworkers. If you really want to help this channel grow, help us spread awareness and the word of the channel. That is the best way you can help right now. Bringing more people in, bringing more people to awareness, to a channel that does not shield projects, that does not, bring hopium, does not bring just fear. We bring factual information to the market moves, is the best way to help us grow. Mike is going to go live right now. Go watch Mike Dutch on his channel. He's already posted it. Mike can post it again. Remember, this is not financial advice. This is all for entertainment and education purpose only. I'm not a financial advisor. Please don't trade based on what you see here. We're just discussing ideas. On that note, guys, I am going to be finishing the stream. Please go watch Mike. Give him some love. Give him some like. Give him some subs. He has an awesome content. He talks about trading from a completely different perspective from what I talk about. And his points are also very valid. So go check him out. And on that note, I'll catch you again tomorrow for another edition of Star Crypto. And remember, if you're in the Discord, I'm going to send the link to the Mike's channel and the video when we're going to do the interview tomorrow. So thank you guys for watching, and I'll catch you later. Until then.